You know what time it is. It's time for late nights with Santana. So sit back, get your popcorn, tap the screen, and enjoy. And interested in the game, I don't leave the game early. So yeah, yeah. The economy is in the tank thanks to Biden Harris administration, and they should take accountability. That's not true. That's not true. The economy is actually doing amazing. So try again. You need another talking point, bud. Trump has 60K at rallies. First of all, Trump has never had 60,000 people do anything. Not even on January the 6th did he have 60,000 people do anything. So stop it. Like, that's not how numbers work. So you only leave early when your team is losing. Exactly. That's exactly right. You only leave early when your team is losing, and the MAGA team is losing. That's true. Guys, welcome in. Welcome. I hope everybody's having an awesome Friday night. Welcome in to Late Nights with Santana. We are going to get things rolling as we start to get more people in. Again, tap the screen, share the live out. We have our daily gift goal, which is the donuts. We also have our sub goal. We have 36 subscribers. We're trying to get 40. And what happens with the subs, there's a lot of cool things, right? Including really cool emotes, super nice pictures, but you also get access to the Discord. We finally got the Discord set up. So if you're a sub, please send myself or one of the mods a message, and we can go ahead and get you set up with the Discord. Also, we got the YouTube channel set up. There's a lot of cool stuff in the link tree now, right? So the YouTube channel is set up. Also, the Black Man Harris over Trump, the panel that was completed yesterday, that is on YouTube now. So if you follow the link tree to my YouTube page, you can actually watch that. But also with subs, you get a weekly kick, right? The weekly kick was used yesterday. Halo used her weekly kick and got somebody up out the paint. If you are a subscriber, you get what's called a weekly kick. And if I'm talking to somebody, it doesn't matter who it is. If you're not interested in hearing from that person, you can automatically just type weekly kick and they are gone. We're just trying to lock in and get 4 more subscribers. Also is our daily donation goal of $100. My pay links again are in the bio, but that's my Cash App information. It's the same as Venmo and PayPal. So if you'd like to support the live, you can make a donation there. Everything is accepted and anything is appreciated. So boom, there we go. Guys, we're at 3.1 thousand likes already. Let's get it. So you know what? I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to do something that I haven't done before. I want to set a daily goal for our likes at the start of the live. Because last night we ended up, I think we were like at 105, 103. We've been in certain areas before, but I think that if we set the goal early and then we drive towards the goal, then, maybe we'll hit it sooner. Anyway, I want to set the like goal at 150,000 likes before the end of the live. That's my challenge to you. The challenge is to get us to 150,000 likes by the end of the live. Let's do it. I believe in you guys. So anyway, I see there's a lot of chat going on in the chat, right? There's a lot of back and forth in the chat. Guys, one thing I'll say is please remember to stay respectful, right? If you're not going to stay respectful, my mods will mute you. But also, if you have so much to say, go ahead and send a request. I'll bring you up. We can talk. We can have a conversation. Trump/Vance for common sense. First of all, please don't use caps. That's for mods. Second of all, Donald Trump and JD Vance has to be the worst political ticket ever put together. Literally. Like the worst political ticket that has ever been established. And, Donald Trump, he has his own issues, right? Which, Trump is Trump. But I think he underestimated, I think he underestimated how horrible JD Vance is. JD Vance is not good at politics. Not only does he not get like bills passed and he's not beneficial when it comes to his constituents, but just talking. Like he's always putting his foot in his mouth. He's always saying something insane. And like even when we talk about him saying, "Oh, if a AB bill came on Donald Trump's desk, then he would veto it," and it left Donald Trump having to go back and forth about what he would actually do with that bill. Hence, that's why Donald Trump is not pro-life, right? Because he really doesn't want a nationwide AB. So, and then not only that, yeah, no, JD Vance is definitely trying to slip something in somebody's drink. But Diva, I tell you what, I think JD Vance would more so try to slip something in my drink instead of your drink. If you get what I'm putting down. Yeah, so there's that. But yeah, no, I mean, he just says horrible, horrible things. It's super interesting to have somebody that, like, I thought Mike Pence was boring, but he'd rather slip it in the couch. He would. He's not even checking for me. Diva, he's not checking for you. He's not checking for me. He's checking for the sofa. Oh, man. Yeah. What about Tim Walz? Tim Walz is dope. Tim Walz is like, that cool dad, right? I mean, he has tips on how to keep your lawn mowed. He's making sure that you're changing your spark plugs in your car. He's having a conversation with you about, what type of bait that you need to use. Like, that's Tim Walz. He said Tim Walz is sick. Why do you say Tim Walz? I saw Tim being a creep. How did you see Tim being a creep specifically? As a matter of fact, instead of you, using hyperbole, James Fades, I just sent you an invite. I would like for you to come up and tell me how you saw Tim Walz being a creep. Because there's nothing. Now, everything about JD Vance can't even order donuts normal at all. And there's nothing about Tim Walz that gives off creep. Also, like, I don't know how to say cashew or whatever. Look, like, you're a bot. You're a bot. You have 3 followers. You're following 18. You're not even real. I'm not even going to send you an invite to come up. Anyway, guys, tap. We're at 5.4 thousand. Let's go ahead and keep driving to, again, remember our daily live goal for this evening. And it's Friday, right? You guys you don't got nothing to do, right? We're just chilling. Everybody's hanging out. Our live goal for this evening is 150,000 likes. So we got to tap that screen, get the power tap going. Also, again, so I'm sending invites to, the chat is pretty lively, right? If you want to really share your opinion, come up and talk to me. I don't know. Thank you for joining the team. Also, guys, if you're enjoying, the conversations, please give me a follow. If you're interested in joining and being a subscriber, we need 4 more subscribers until we hit our goal. And also with being a subscriber, you get cool emotes, you get your weekly kick, you get access to the Discord, you get priority if you ever want to come up and talk, like all of this awesome stuff. So check it out. MAGA is real and Democrats will lose. Doubt that one, buddy. How much is the DNC paying you? First of all, please don't use caps. That's for mods. Second of all, the DNC isn't paying me anything, right? Hard to believe that I would do this for free. I actually enjoy it. But if the DNC did want to cut a check, I'll take it. It's funny that you guys like say, oh, how much is the DNC paying you? Where one, if you get paid to do something that you enjoy, then you win. So you sound stupid, right? 2, do we want to talk about how many influencers and podcasters were being paid by the Russians to spread Republican propaganda? Are we going to talk about that? Do we want to talk about that? Mods, I'll use all caps. Tim Howard, you use all caps all you want to. I bet you get blocked. I bet you get blocked. Well, muted. Not necessarily blocked. Hey, Erica. Erica, you can come up whenever you're ready. Kamala is paying 15,000 per hate live. First of all, you guys need new lines. That's weird. It's weird that all of you say the exact same thing, and you're all wrong, right? It's weird that you say all the wrong things over and over and over. Second of all, again, if she's paying $1,500 to attend one of her live events, sign me up because I would go for free. But you're gonna give me $1,500 to go? You sound dumb. Ralphie. What up, Ralphie? Ralphie, be honest. Be honest. If Trump was going to pay you $1,500 to go to his rally, would you go? Be honest. No doubt Kamala's campaign is paying you to do this. No, she's not. I enjoy it. I mean, if she wanted to pay me, then I would take it. But no. Are you really this arrogant to think that we believe this stuff? Stop calling people names. Sharon, to believe what stuff? First of all, you believe the stuff that Trump says. So, anything that I tell you, I promise you is not worse than whatever Donald Trump tells you. Second of all, at least I have facts and I have proof. So, I don't know. Sharon, if you're interested, come up. Let's talk about it. I just sent you an invite. Hey, John, how are you this evening, my friend?
Good, man. I just wanted to say one thing. Like, the main reason I'm voting for Kamala is because I'm autistic, and that man, that orange monster, mocked a disabled reporter a few years ago.
You know what's interesting, John? Like, I don't understand how he was able to do that and then still have support. Because that's so deplorable. And he did that, and people just didn't even bat an eye. They didn't even think about it twice. Like, it was so disgusting. And he just kept going. It's weird, but
it's
no,
like,
I understand.
dude, it's like, how are you gonna mock somebody for something they can't change?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I don't know, I think it goes back to who he is as a person and his personal stance. Now, I'm not going to talk on speculation, but there is, some conversations that he allegedly had with his nephew that are even more gross, and it justifies why he would do that. But John, good for you. A lot of people don't say, this is my principle, this is my standards, this is my morals, and stand on it. But you're doing that, so good for you, my friend.
And another thing, I'd rather vote for a prosecutor than a 34-time convicted felon.
Hey, John, I thought the Republican Party was like the party of law and order, right? I mean, that's what they used to say.
I was proven wrong.
Yeah, no, I could have sworn they were like law and order and, back to blue and all this other stuff. But, as soon as they get a felon that they like, all bets are off.
And I just want to get your advice, Santana, and everything. Sure. My mom is the Trumper and everything, and I still love her. I don't know how to love her when she supports this man. I'm autistic, I'm a gay man, and all this other stuff and everything, and she still supports this man.
Yeah, no, so listen, this is the advice that I'll give you, because this is real, right? And I know, I have my jokes. I enjoy my jokes, but when I have a conversation with a Trump supporter, it's always a respectful and understanding conversation, right? And it's about making a human connection and then also making a logical connection. And I think at the end of the day, your mom, I would think that she loves you more than she loves Donald Trump. And
she does. She has. This woman raised 3 teenage boys by herself.
Yeah, see there. So I mean, when you talk to someone else, if you're talking to just any other person, that's a little bit different. But my advice, if I had to have this conversation with my mother, it would just be appealing to her sensibilities and understanding hey, this person does not have your son's best interest at heart. This person does not care about me, and by you supporting him, you don't care about me, and we both know that's not true. So let's talk about it. Like, why are you willing to be more dedicated or loving towards this person than you are willing to be towards your own son? I mean, again, that's just me. That's how I would have the conversation. That's my relationship with my mother. But I think the best advice that I can give you is just have a personal heart-to-heart conversation with your mother, and just, explain your feelings, explain the fears, and explain the way that, having Donald Trump in office would actually affect you and hurt you.
Yeah, and another thing, like, I don't know, you seem like a type of guy who does a lot of research, and I'm still voting for Kamala. Like, I've got mental health reasons, obviously. I'm autistic, I'm bipolar, and stuff like that and everything. Has she put out what she would do for mental health?
No, the only thing that I know for sure, and I would have to do a little bit more research, but I know that that's one thing that they want to make sure that is covered in medical coverage, because I know there's a lack of funding for mental health when it comes to overall medical coverage. So I know that's something that she wants to do, especially, like, people like to blame, when we have these mass pew-pewings, they like to blame that on mental health. And so one way that you can address that as well is making sure that you are covering mental health when it comes to health coverage. And I have my friend here, my mental, it's my very good friend here. He deals with his platform specifically. Guys, if you don't follow my mental, please give him a follow. He's a really great guy, and I love his platform. But his platform deals with, one of the issues that he deals with is overall mental health. And I saw him come up, so I figured you might have something to say about this one.
Yeah. How's it going?
Oh, good, my brother, good.
Yeah, I think I saw you on somebody else's panel earlier today, maybe. And
Oh yeah,
I dropped in on that
I hopped in the Brett's panel just to fuss at him for a second. And Diva. I was on Brett's and Diva's today.
I don't think I know Brett. I'm new to him.
Yeah, Brett.
Um,
Brett has a really touching story. His son was one of the kids whose life was lost in the pew-pewing in Texas,
oh
and
goodness.
so he's an advocate for like pew-pew regulations and reform.
Oh wow.
Oh, he's a
Okay,
really
that's
good dude,
great.
though. Really good dude.
Yeah, yeah. Like I could support him in that, too, because that's what I'm trying to do too, is get connected with the right people to also support others. Because the trickle down effect of things, I go to school and complain, and they're like, "Well, we don't have enough officers." Well, now I have to advocate for more officers. And then I go to the school, there's not enough money. Well, now I got to go, and it's like it's just never ending. So as things go, I just keep on grabbing more things to advocate for and whatnot, and I'm just organizing my priorities. But so as far as the mental health goes, I'm bipolar, and my son is autistic, and he's also a trans male. And as far as I'm concerned, if Harris doesn't win, my son's gonna have we're probably gonna have to move because of the laws. I live in South Carolina, and they won't even let him use the bathroom that he prefers, that he presents as. And they gave him, what was it? They suspended him for a day for failure to obey. And my son looks at him and says, "Well, I read the book, the handbook. Um, it doesn't say anything about it. So what didn't I obey?" So this is what I'm dealing with in South Carolina. And I only bring that up to say that if we get someone in a party like Harris, and Walz too. I mean, that guy's phenomenal. He's going to be a great vice president, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, talk about a down to earth kind of guy. But yeah, that was it. I just wanted to throw that out there. Just to say, like, I believe, and from everything I've heard, is they are going to definitely do some good things with mental health and protecting rights of mental health. And just more of awareness, and that's all I'm trying to do, because I'm bipolar, general anxiety disorder, I have depression, ADHD, and I think there's more. My file is pretty thick, but anyways, I've been admitted to psych wards and stuff. So
I think this is a common question. Like, why has Kamala not talked about mental health or done anything?
Hey, Abby, you haven't been introduced yet. I apologize. So when I introduce you, then we'll hop in. As you can see, even Erica's sitting here patiently. So please, 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 let's remain respectful and not talk over each other. Let my mental finish what he was saying, but we will address your question. But just give us one moment, please. Thank you.
And her
mental, I
name is
apologize.
Kamala. Kamala.
Anyways, I'm pretty much done. I like to hop up whenever I see your friends live, so I just like to come up, say hi, see what's what, and if I have something to contribute, just say a little bit. But you know how it goes. I'll be in the chat for a little
Yeah,
bit, and if
absolutely.
you
And
need me, I'll come up.
hey, John, I'll say you might want to give my mental a follow. Again, he's a great, great follow, and I think that you would resonate with a lot of his content. So I definitely would recommend it.
Already did. Just did right now.
All right. Well,
Oh,
hey,
cool.
thank
Well, I
you,
appreciate you.
both. I appreciate both of you.
Yeah, feel free to reach out.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, guys.
All right. What happened to Abby? I was just about to let her talk.
Oh, she left.
Abby, if you're still here, come back. Request back up. You have the floor now. Literally.
She didn't.
It was
She didn't want the
literally
floor.
about to be your show.
It was. It was about to be the Abby show. She
It
was
was
like,
gonna be the
no.
Abby show. Abby, come back. Let's hear what you. Oh, hold on. We're gonna get T Howard in because he accepted my request. Guys, let me do this because hey T Howard, hold tight for me 1 second, please, buddy. Okay.
All right.
Okay, perfect. Guys, so I have to say this. First and foremost, you guys know Erica, right? The best mod in the business. Can we get some W's in the chat for Erica? W's in the chat? W's? Can we get some W's?
Like,
There we go.
No.
There we go.
Okay, we got a W.
There we go.
All right. Someone told Mo, hell no. What's that about?
Yeah, no. But guys, listen. So we're gonna be trying something new, right? So Erica is gonna not only is she a mod, but she's gonna sit in with me and she's gonna do some co-hosting. So she'll be here as well. She has a great voice, great opinion, super well connected. So we definitely want to hear what she has to say. And I think that she brings a sense of levity that I don't. Right. So special shout outs to Erica. Thank you so much for doing this. So with that being said, we will start with T Howard and then we'll go to Fish Fred 81 Ranger. But let's start with T Howard. T Howard, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Listen, T Howard, it's Friday. Can you believe it? We made it through another week?
Yes, we did.
Oh my gosh, we earned a weekend.
Yeah.
You have any plans for this weekend, bud?
Not much. Just hanging out.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Just recovering.
I know how it feels. Anyway, T Howard. So, you first of all, guys in the chat, before T Howard says anything, because I kind of already know where he's going, but still, I want to do this. Let's get some W's in the chat for T Howard, right? And the reason why I say this is because I respect what he did. T Howard was sharing his opinion in the comment. I sent him an invite to come up to talk about it, and he did it. So a lot of people like to stay in the chat because it's safe and it's comfortable. But T Howard came up to actually. You mind if I just call you T?
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, okay. So he came up to share his opinions instead of being down in the chat. So I respect that. T, the floor is yours, my friend.
Okay, so like the last gentleman that was on here, he said that if Harris doesn't get elected, that he's going to have to do something. He's going to have to move or leave or do whatever because of his situation. Why is it that they haven't done anything in the last 3 to 4 years already? Biden, Harris. And it's now because if let's say Trump gets elected and not Harris, why is it that things are going to be so terrible? Well, why hasn't Biden Harris done something in the last 3 or 4 years to make things so much better if it's going to be so bad if Trump gets elected?
Yeah, no, you know what, T, that's actually a really good question. The thing about that is they have, right? And so the one thing that you want to take a step back and realize is it's not that that they're saying that, oh, things are so bad that I have to leave. with my mental, and my mental, I hope you don't mind that I'm speaking for you, because I have a similar perspective. But the thought process is more, the things that Donald Trump wants to implement with Project 2025 and Agenda 47 is more restrictive, more exclusive, more hateful than what he would actually be dealing with. And when you talk about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and what they have done, they've done a lot, right? They've passed some of the most monumental legislation of our time, right? Joe Biden has literally been a super consequential president, right? With getting the Chips and Science Act passed, the PAC Act passed, with getting multiple bipartisan bills passed, where this actual Congress has been like one of the worst Congresses we've ever had. Like, they've passed the least amount of bills, but yet he was able to get multiple bills passed to actually help the American public. So the more the census isn't like they're not doing anything, people are more so worried about what will happen when Donald Trump and JD Vance get power, as far as like being restricted with so many things.
Okay, so everybody keeps talking about this. What is it that you said? The
Chips and Science Act?
No, the one
the
that
PAC Act?
the one that Trump's supposedly supposed to be behind.
Yeah. No worries, friend.
The one that he's denounced several
Project
times
2025.
over and over. Yeah, the one that he keeps saying that he has nothing to do with, and he said it over and over and over and over in public that he has nothing to do with that. Now, okay, so why? And I have to take with what this whole 4 years with Joe Biden with a grain of salt, because the guy doesn't even know what his name is, much less that he was even president for the last 4 years. And I'm not a bad guy, and I don't want to
Hold on one second,
talk
T.
bad
I'm sorry.
about somebody.
T,
but
hold on one second, because I just saw this in the chat. Guys, when you say speak up, are you talking about me or are you talking about T? Can you guys, first of all, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, T got to speak up just to say it, because he's speaking real low. I can't even hear a single word he's saying.
Okay,
so
hold on one second.
okay,
Hold on. Let me do this. 1 second, T. Yeah, I think that might be you, bud, because I got it turned up. Hold on one second for me. Hold on 1 second for me, T. Hey, Fish Fred 81 Ranger. Can I just call you Ranger? Because that sounds cool.
Well, you can actually just call that dude down. Yeah, you can call me Ranger.
Ranger sounds cool. Am I wrong?
Yeah, well, it sounds better than Fish or Fred. So I'll take it.
Okay, so guys, how does Ranger sound? Does he sound better? Just to know if it's the actual sound or if we just need. Okay.
Well,
I'll
I think
speak up.
because
That's cool.
with my microphone, that's different, because I have my phone in my hand right now and it's laying against my chest.
Okay.
So maybe I'm just muffling up that, but other than that, you're all right. Just to say that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Ranger. Give us just 1 more second, and then I'm gonna introduce you, and we'll get rolling. But I want T to finish his point. Also, guys, we're at 18,000 likes. Again, remember our goal for tonight is 150,000 likes. So let's tap. Right. Thank you guys for the daily gift goals of the donuts. If you want to send anything, send the donuts. Share the live out. Hit the subs. We got our daily donation at the top. T, I apologize. The floor is yours again.
That's okay. No, that's cool. Yeah, I just again with everything that has been supposedly going on that Biden has done over the last 4 years, I take that with a grain of salt, because the guy doesn't even know that he's in office, much less really what his name is. And I feel bad for the guy. The guy should have never been in office, because of that situation. That guy really doesn't know who he is, and people left him in office, and he shouldn't even have been there.
Okay, all right. I let you
feel
go
sorry
for a
the
minute with
guy.
that one. Hold on one second, T. I let you go for that one for a minute. But I'm gotta push
There's
back on
nothing
that.
wrong
But I
with what I
think,
said. There's
well,
nothing wrong with what I said. I mean,
it
I
it
wouldn't want my
is.
grandfather in that situation.
It
I
is
really
right. Hold on.
wouldn't.
So, this is the thing about that, right? Joe
It's
Biden.
embarrassing. Besides the fact, for our country, it's embarrassing
Well, okay.
that
Hold on
we've
one
been in
second,
this
T.
situation.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Joe Biden is not running for re-election, not because he is mentally unfit.
Yes, he is.
One
That's
second. Hold
exactly
on.
what it
Hold on
is.
one second, buddy.
No, it's not.
T.
No, it's not.
Let me finish what
Oh
I'm
my
saying.
God, you guys.
T.
Come
Hold
on, go
on.
ahead.
Just okay.
Listen,
Hey.
y'all vote for Trump too, but you're just wrong, man. That's just incorrect.
It's
Yeah. Listen.
embarrassing.
Listen. Joe Biden is not running for the president of the United States because he's old. He's old, and I have a problem with people trying to actually diagnose him when none of us have access to his medical records. I'm not going to say none of us are doctors, because T, you might be a doctor. I don't know. You might be a a neurosurgeon or whatever. You might be able to analyze cognitive decline if you have access to the patient files, but you don't, right? And for you to say just because, every once in a while he stares off into the distance, or he walks a little bit slower, or he loses his train of thought, yeah, he's old. I will give you that. Joe Biden is old, but he's still capable of finishing up his term. I don't think that he was capable of completing another term, but he's able to complete his current term. And even more so, Donald Trump has a lot of those same, not necessarily cognitive
Come on,
signs, but
guys.
I worry about Donald Trump's thought process, where he doesn't seem like it's connecting like it was 4 years ago. And that's just the truth. I think
Okay.
Erica's wanted to say something about that. T, let's let Erica chime in, because I got to let the co-host do her thing for a moment.
Yeah, hi. So Donald Trump is 78 years old. Him and Biden are just a few years apart. Like, they went to middle school and high school together, be for real. So you saying that Biden, he can't think and all that nonsense is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, because Trump doesn't even know what NATO is. Also, Trump didn't know the difference between
Jesus.
nuclear, as he likes to say, a nuclear power, and nuclear
Oh my
weapons.
God.
That's Trump for you. That's Trump. Think about it. You got to think about these things. It's like the same, everything that y'all say about Biden, who's not even running anymore. Hey, I'm talking. Don't do that while I'm talking, because I didn't do that to you.
This is true.
So, with that said, because I don't want to mute you, I don't want to do that. Anywho, as I was saying, everything that you say, do it again and see what happens.
Hey, T, so I want to be very clear about something. And guys, also, let me just level set with everyone that's watching this right now. For anyone that's coming up on the panel, and anyone that hasn't, saw my lives before or anything like that, this is a safe space for women, period, right? I respect women, and we will respect women as long as we're on the panel. So being rude, specifically because you're talking to a woman, or giving unnecessary pushback or anything like that, not gonna happen. So this is just a fair warning. Like, I'm just putting it out. It's a blanket statement for everybody. It's a blanket statement for the chat. It's a blanket statement for the panel. I don't play that. That's me. That's my boundary. That's how I roll. So
Okay,
I'm
Jones.
You
sorry.
okay over
Hold
there,
on.
T?
Can I finish, Jones?
1 second, because Erica wasn't. So let her cook.
Oh, okay.
Listen, thank
Erica.
you. Thank you, Santana. So, Dom, as I was saying, all right, everything that Trump supporters say about Biden is simply a projection. They are trying to get ahead of whatever could be said about Trump, because Trump literally does the exact same thing. And the being willfully ignorant to it, I'll never understand it. You already know how I feel about that. And I'm not going to argue with them right and wrong. But just know, Donald Trump is 78 years old. Like, be for real. They're both senior citizens.
Good point.
And that's all there is to it.
Thank you, Erica. Hey, T, I sent you an invite to turn your mic back on, but after that, I want to give Ranger, still a freaking cool name, I want to give Ranger a moment to speak after you as well, because he's been super patient and respectful, so I want to let him talk after you, so go right ahead, T.
I'm gonna finish up.
Yeah,
okay?
no, you're good. You don't have to go. I just wanted to get Ranger involved.
I'm not
as well.
being disrespectful, okay? I've got kids that are your age, okay? All of y'all. And I've got 3 daughters. I got a wife. If there's anybody that knows how to be respectful to a woman, it is me. And I will not have anybody tell me that I'm not, okay? And so I totally understand what it is to be respectful to a woman.
Okay.
No doubt.
So you have 3 daughters?
I have 3 daughters and 2 sons. I have 5 kids.
Wow. So let me see something here. So you have 3 daughters. That is absolutely, you're a girl dad. That is great to hear.
I guess yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking awesome. Let me see, if you were with your daughter, let's say when she was 12 years old, and you were walking, through the mall, and a man was coming down the escalator and said, "Hey, I'm going to be dating you in 10 years." What would you think about that?
You know what? Let's just cut.
Where does that come from? I don't get that. Where
would you think about that? I just want to know what you would think about that.
That would be weird. But where are you? Because I was talking.
It would be weird.
From left field.
Oh, it would be weird. Okay, you know why? It is weird. It's really, really creepy and predatory. And you know who did that? Donald Trump, the guy that you want to vote for.
Okay, so Jones. So where's this?
No, I'm talking to you.
Jones, where's this common respect that we're supposed to have for each other? Is it only go one way? Because I didn't do this to her.
Jones said that he has the common respect. Santana said it.
So,
Jones, where are we at? I was trying to be respectful.
Fair statement. We will remain respectful.
I know it is.
We will have decorum. We will be demure. But Erica will remain respectful, but I do kind of want to know the answer to your question. I
already answered it. It's weird.
It is weird. I mean, and it's weird that Donald Trump said it, right?
Well, it's weird for anybody to say it.
Okay,
but it's also weird for Joe Biden to walk up to every little girl that walks up on stage and he sniffs them.
That's not true. But T, let's get back to your original point. I don't want to because that one's not true. But let's get back to your original point. Let's get back to your original point. Go right ahead. I apologize.
I wonder where I was being disrespectful at, though. I'm sorry.
You don't come in from left field when somebody's talking and start talking.
Let's just get back to your original point, T. Go ahead and finish.
Because I could teach you a few things.
You can teach. What can you teach me? What are you going to teach me, Howard? What are you going to teach me,
young lady?
Okay, so
you better watch your darn manners.
Bring the temperature down.
You ain't gonna watch nothing.
You better watch your darn manners. I know that much, sir.
Hold on. Let's bring it down. T, it looks like you got banana by one of my mods. So T, take a moment, breathe. If you can come back up and we can bring the temperature down, then we'll go from there. But in the meantime, in between time, Ranger, how are you this evening, my friend?
I got a lot to say right now. I just got a lot to say about that in general. That T dude was a bad staple upon the MAGA thingamabob. He ain't know a single damn thing he was talking about. He sounded like he was in the middle of taking a shit or a piss or something like that because he was clearly out of left. I doubt he has any kids because a father would never say something like that about anything and what Trump has done. I'll admit that Trump is a weird person. I'll say that. Mm-hmm. But will not withheld the fact that Kamala is not equally as weird, but is very mischievous and very suspicious.
Why do you say that?
Well, first off, I don't want to sound misogynist, right? But how she get to her position? Because before she was vice president, nobody ever heard of her.
That's not true, my friend. She was a very successful senator. She actually even made Brett Kavanaugh cry. So I definitely heard of her before she was vice president.
Where was she then as a senator?
She was in California.
Oh, well, of course, nobody heard of her if she was in California. But what else was I supposed to say? Her policies, first off, she don't got a single war.
Oh yeah, no, she actually has multiple policies. You know what's funny? I pulled up her page, which if you go to KamalaHarris.com, you can see all of her policies listed there. Because I was looking for the one where the young man was asking earlier about mental health. But no, she has policies on cutting tax for the middle class, making rent affordable and home ownership affordable, small business and investments and entrepreneurs. So actually, there's a whole list of policies on her website.
Well, I understand that sounds good, but the thing is that she stole every single one of her policies from Donald Trump. First off, she stole fracking. You know what that is?
Yeah, I know what fracking is, my friend.
No fracking, that's what she did. Number two, she stole no tax on tips. Stole that one. And then number three, what else she steal? She stole, what else? His foreign policy, that's what he stole. I mean, she stole us. Because all she do is steal.
Yeah. Yeah, no, listen, Ranger, I'm going to level set with you here, my friend. Josh just peeped game, and I feel like I just peeped game as well. Ranger, I feel like you're friendly. I feel like there's no way you're not, because it feels like it's layup after layup. Level set with me, Ranger. Come on now.
You know what that means?
You're voting for Kamala, aren't you?
No.
Yeah, you are. Ranger, yeah, you are. You know what? Kudos to you, right?
Is this reverse psychology? What are you trying to do right now?
No. I get it. There was too many layups.
Simple question would be afraid from answering a single one of them. So.
Yeah, no, that was too many layups. There's no way, you could set me up for such amazing talking points without being friendly. So,
how is that? None of those are amazing. Those are all faceless facts. Let me tell you, I debated. You know who Parker is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I beat him in a debate yesterday. I debated his dumb ass. I beat him. I used the same exact thing I'm using on you right now. And look at you. See the difference is that Parker seasoned. He was able to talk back, but he was still wrong. But you, come on now, brother. Come on. You doing this, that, and the other, flip flopping. Come on.
Yeah. No. Hey, Ranger, I feel you. So Ranger, do me a favor. Tell me about fracking. Who greenlit fracking for the United States?
Oh well, yeah. Well, let me tell you.
Yeah, Ranger, you just told on yourself right there. You just told on yourself. Ranger, I appreciate you coming up, my friend. Is there anything else you want to say?
The governor of Pennsylvania did.
Yeah.
Ranger.
Yeah. No, okay. Guys, Ranger's definitely friendly.
Ranger said we are not going back.
Ranger definitely said we're not going back. Ranger, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for coming up.
Good evening. Have a nice evening, brother. I'm done with this, so I can't read it.
Hold on. Don't leave yet. Ranger, you just got to follow. You're funny. I appreciate you, dude.
You know what? All right. Have a nice evening.
You as well. So that's happened before, right? Not to me, but I've seen, people come, like it was too much of a layup. It made too much sense, right? Erica, like you saw it, right?
Like alley-oop?
Yeah, it's just like, Princess, how are you this evening?
Baby. I enjoy your platform. Hi, Erica.
Hi, Miss Princess.
I love the way that you just came on. Okay. I love the energy.
Yeah, I listened in the other night, and boy, you got Erica. You seem
Yes,
like
ma'am.
you're so sweet and so nice.
Erica's the best.
You can be a bulldog when you want to, though, huh?
No, I don't like. He was being a blatant racist. I can spot it from a mile away. I'm from Hampton. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. I ain't afraid to say where I'm from. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. I know how to spot him, and I saw him coming from a mile away.
Well, what I like the patience of Santana, how he can bring up the people with the controversy, with the disagreement or the different opinions, and he can do his best to try to hear them out. And that is great. And he don't cause them unless, like you said, they just want to go there. You know, he can't stop them, but he still laugh and smile and just be patient with them. And that's a good thing. That's a great thing for this platform. But I'm glad he got that kind of patience because I'm like you. I got only so much patience
Yes,
because
ma'am.
You know what's interesting because like multiple people have said that before, and management, she is in the building right now. I think she would argue the opposite point, that I'm super impatient on everything. So I'll say thank you. I don't really see the patience that you guys are mentioning, but I will definitely say thank you.
yeah, I hear it because, and another thing I like about you on this platform, you are very informed. And when they come up, she didn't do this, she didn't do that. What have they did in the last 3 years? It's like people are blinded, or these people are not really doing any research, but they just going by what somebody else has said, or they just going by what they hear the media say. They haven't actually went nowhere to check anything out, but they want to come and tell you what have they done, and that's what a bunch of them is saying. What have they done in the last 3.5 years? And Joe Biden did not get there by being silly or not being qualified. And regardless of him getting old, as you said, the only problem he having right now is old. He said that he don't even know that he's been president. That's just a talking point they got. That's just a drag down point they got to try to promote the other person.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No.
anybody,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's just. And then when he said some of these policies, this other gentleman talk about the stuff that, like you were saying, that the way he came out in his layout. Okay, he laid her policies out, but then he said she stole them from the other candidate.
Yeah,
What?
no. He knew what he was doing. He was laying us up. He was giving us a layup on that. He was funny. He was legitimately funny. But no, listen, I completely agree. I think it's super interesting how people can make the connection as far as Joe Biden's age and his overall physical decline. And but yet and even again, I'm not a doctor, so I don't want to speak on Joe Biden's cognitive health, right? But it's natural as you get a little bit older, you lose a step. It takes a little bit. I walk into rooms now, and I'll walk into my bedroom, and I'll stand up for a second and say, "What did I come in here for?"
I know that's right.
Like that's a thing, right? And so it's interesting to me how they can make that connection with Joe Biden, but they can't make that connection with Donald Trump. So
That's it. That was it too. Even in the debate, it's like he's standing up there, first of all, looking dumbfounded and actually not having a clue of what he can do that's better than already been done. Not having a clue how he can come back. He actually just rambled on like a show.
yeah,
Just start talking stuff, just saying anything, dogs and cats.
yeah.
You know?
No, listen. I'll say this, and Princess, thank you so much for coming up. I really appreciate you so much. But I'll say this. The one thing about Donald Trump, right, that's super interesting to me is that he says just like the most random stuff all the time, and no one holds him accountable for those words. Words matter, and I think that's why certain people that follow Donald Trump feel comfortable saying words that they don't know what they mean, right? Just for example, my good friend Mr. Jones had a live this morning. A guy came in on his live and told him that he was simping for Donald Trump. And after that whole, the fact that he didn't know what that word meant was deconstructed, he still continued to use additional words that he did not know what they mean. And I think they feel comfortable because Donald Trump just uses random words that don't make sense, and it's okay. Erica, am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. He rambles on until the point is lost.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. If I may, Santana, just for a moment, a quick mod announcement. All right. Hey, guys. So I see we're at 30,000 likes. Thank you so much for the support. Please keep on tapping. Santana is looking for 150K likes tonight. So I think our next goal can be 55K. All right. So 55K likes, and we're going to keep on tapping until we get to 150K. All right. So those thumbs might get numb, but it'll be worth it. I hope you're enjoying the show. And please support the panel, support the host, share the live, and again, keep on tapping. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Also, guys, we got our daily gift goal, which is the donuts. That was weird, but whatever. If you guys want to send anything, send the donuts.
Please don't do that again.
Yeah, well,
don't
whatever. I'm going to do it because you know what? So the one thing that I don't experience is embarrassment, right? Other people can't embarrass me. Yeah, like I can embarrass people, but I don't get embarrassed.
Can I borrow some?
Yeah, no. Like, listen, I don't have that shame. Hey, guys, listen. So there's a special person on the panel right now, and we have to acknowledge Aries Diva, who is the newest subscriber. Not only is Aries Diva the newest subscriber, first of all, she's awesome. Second of all, she's the newest subscriber. Third of all, she's already joined the Discord, right? So she's all the way in here. And we had to give her the floor because
I'm not that special.
Oh, stop it. One, subscribers get priority whenever they want to come up. So even if you're friendly, it might take a little bit while. But if you're a subscriber, you get up immediately. But also, she subscribed even when we weren't live. So, Aries Diva, the floor is yours.
Honestly, I just wanted to come up and say thank you. One, for adding me to the Discord. I'm very happy about that. Can't wait to interact with everyone. And I know you want ops, so I just wanted to say hello. I am just getting home, so I sound like a whipped puppy right now. So I will be listening in the background, but I can't guarantee how long. But always have my support, and anything. Thank you, Erica. So yeah, definitely a supporter. Auto renewal subscriber. Thank you very much.
Hey, I know that's right. Hey, I do have a question for you though.
Yes.
How's work?
Tiring.
Yeah.
Very, very tiring. So how about this? Full-time school and working is, it's a lot. It's a lot. So.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
a
understand.
good
You know
girl.
what? It's
I'm
worth
tough.
it though.
Absolutely. So, you can't become great without trying really hard and doing your thing.
You got to pull yourself up by them bootstraps.
Yep, got to get them
better grab them bootstraps.
Trying to get into that 1%.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
But y'all have a good night. Like I said, I will be listening from the comments and schooling anyone and hurting their feelings as necessary.
I know that's right. Thank you so much for coming.
All right. Thank you for the shout out and acknowledgement. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you more. Thank you. Guys, W in the chat for Aries Diva. She's so dope. Hey guys, thank you for the helmets already. We reset the daily gift goal. We have the helmets. T Howard sent a helmet. T, if you can, buddy, you can come back up as long as we keep it cordial. Erica, he can come back up, right? As long as we can keep it cordial. Is it okay?
I'll let you talk to him.
Okay. T, request to come back up because I want to finish our conversation, buddy. Big T, in the meantime, in between time, how are you, my friend?
Santana, how are you doing this evening, sir?
Hey man, I am blessed. I am happy. Listen. So I had a long work day, and I spent a lot of time. It took me a while, like, to get the Discord set up, which,
Okay.
at times I turn into a boomer, right? And so it's a little hard for me to do certain stuff. But I set up the Discord. I uploaded the new videos. Just an FYI, guys. I also upload these nightly streams. I'm uploading them to the YouTube as well. So Big T, probably tomorrow, if you want to go to the YouTube channel, you'll be able to, see your section on the YouTube channel as well. But so I uploaded a bunch of content to the YouTube channel while working at the same time. I went to the gym, and then I got home, and management had a lovely dinner set up. So I got to eat, right? And now I'm here talking to you guys. So it's a good night.
There you go. There you go. I just caught you live yesterday.
Okay.
You had the heavy hitters on. I thought it was real interesting. I did have a question for the gentleman that was on the panel yesterday.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to take and bring it to him. They're not up here now. I guess I'll have to catch up with them at another date. I won't bring that question up right now.
Who are you referring to, my friend?
No, it was just for everyone. I think you had Jones.
Oh, okay.
Who was the other three gentlemen?
I had Mr. Jones X. I had Polly Politics. I had Navi, the Arthur Robinson, and I had DJ Easy.
Yeah, I've seen Jones and Polly. I haven't seen the other two though. Yeah. I just seen them on there yesterday. But you guys had a nice Discord. It was really good.
Yeah, thank you. I think that was important, and also it was different than what all of them are used to, because I talk to friendlies, right? I'll talk to anybody, but they mostly talk to oppositions, and so it was interesting to hear them not have to battle with someone and actually have that back and forth, like you said, banter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm 65. I forget my kids' names sometime. Okay, I have 5 kids. You think that would be you? I don't know how many kids you got, but you just imagine sometimes things are going a mile a minute throughout the day. The kids are all around, and for some reason it escapes your mind for a minute, and you're talking to them and you call them the other person's name. Now they know that you made the mistake. You realize you've made the mistake, but you immediately correct yourself. But that's something that happens. It just happens, I guess that's what they call getting older. Yeah. My mother used to do that to me often. She would always call me my brothers. My brothers, my older brother, name is somewhat the same as mine, but not, and she would call me him all the time. She's 87 years old, but so when they speak about Biden and his mental decline, I mean, is there some things that he may escape him at times? Sure, can he still function on a level that is leaps and bounds beyond what Trump can do? I think he's got him hands down. Look, the only thing I would watch him when he does that little run. Sometimes when he's going,
I don't want Biden moving too fast. Just like
that's
it's
what
okay,
I
bud. You don't have to move that fast. Like, know what?
Stop the trying to perform.
Hold on. I'm gonna say something nice about Donald Trump. T, are you ready? T, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something nice about Donald Trump.
Okay, cool.
Donald Trump, at this moment, moves better than Joe Biden. Except when he's doing that little weird dance. That's the only time I can't give it to him. When he's doing a little weird.
Yeah, he needs to stop that. He needs to stop
I
that.
don't really see him.
He needs to quit.
I don't really see him move past about 3 or 4 steps, though.
But
so I don't know if that's fair.
But it
white
takes
man
Joe
can't
Biden
dance.
a while to get those steps in, though.
Hey, he runs everywhere. You know, he gets to step like 1 or 2, and the next thing you know, he breaks out in a little jog. I'm like, whoa, calm down, man.
Yeah, he needs
slow
to
it
quit.
up.
Yeah.
What's up?
But he's not running now.
But who are you?
Now we've got
Hold on
Kamala.
a second. Hold on. Hey, Randy, you hadn't been introduced yet, bud. We gotta just wait, right? Because we believe in decorum. We're very demure. We're very mindful up here, right, T?
Yes, sir.
So just hold tight for me just a moment, and then I'll introduce you, and then you can
I'm
talk.
sorry, I just got excited.
No worries, my friend. Just hold on just a moment. Big T, I'm sorry. Is there anything else you wanted to say, my
Yeah,
friend?
no problem. No. I just, I think that we've got a lot of things to look forward to in the future. I'm excited. I'm excited for the candidate that we have, and Miss Harris, VP Harris, Kamala, however you want to call it. But I do believe she's going to win, and I believe she's going to move the country forward. It's going to be exciting. And T, she's going to look out for you too.
Yeah,
I hope so, bro.
That's the thing that's going to be different when it comes to Trump. He's only worried about his constituents. That's it. Everybody else can jump off
T's
a
good
ridge.
regardless, because T is a Trump supporter. So no matter who wins, he's gonna be taken care of. So I kind of envy him.
You know what I mean?
I don't know
so
how
he's got
that
the
works,
best of
but
both
okay.
worlds, huh?
Yeah, but hey,
I'll land right there right
Big
now.
T, thank you
Yeah,
so
I'll
much
land
for
right there.
coming up. I appreciate you, my friend.
Not a problem.
All right, have
Not
a good
problem.
evening.
You guys
Have a great night.
Hey, somebody in the chat talking about Trump dodges bullets and Biden wears diapers. First of all, they both wear diapers, right? So can we start there?
What diaper
Yes.
though?
I whatever adult diapers. I don't know. Hey guys, we're at 40,000 likes. Let's keep tapping the screen. Share the live out. We got our daily gift goal, which is the helmet. We have our daily gift goal of a donation of $100. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, links in the bio. Everything is accepted and anything is appreciated.
Dude, you have a great talking voice, bro. You should be on a podcast or some shit.
Oh yeah, no, I appreciate it, Randy. But you know what? I'm sorry. One more second, bud, because I think I don't know how to say it. Avalon. I know English too good. So how do you? I don't want to mess this up. Avon Lee 76. Avon Leah. Are you AFK now?
Why don't you guys like Trump?
You know what? T, do you mind if we get to Randy? Because it seems like Randy got a lot to say. Do you mind if we hold tight for a second?
I'll be honest, Jones. Yeah, I just wanted to clear something up, and then I'm kind of done.
You sure, buddy?
Yeah, I just got a few things to say, and then I'm out.
Okay.
If that's okay.
As long as we keep it very cutesy, very demure.
No, yeah. We're cool. Okay, so first of all, man, I gotta say, as far as shows go, man, you do a great job. Even though you're on the other side, I think, man, you're good. You're good at what you do. I got to give you credit there.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We're just having fun. I mean,
Yeah.
we're just talking.
Now, I did stay on, and I did hear some negative things said about me, and I just all I want to say is I'm not a bad guy. I do have a bunch of kids. I've got 7 grandkids. I got one on the way.
Well, congratulations.
I'm not racist. I dated a black girl in high school. Okay, I got black friends. One of my best friends is a black guy. I mean,
Let me stop you
This
just
is
for a
what I'm
second.
talking
I
about.
was.
Hold
How
on.
is that
T, I'm
racist?
gonna
Time
drop
out.
you.
Wait, time out.
No, don't drop me.
Hold on. Let me explain something real quick, T.
Because
So hold
those
on.
words were
Just one
said,
second.
so
One
I
second.
just wanted to
One
clarify.
second. Listen to me.
How is that racist?
I'm about to explain it, Randy. And I'm not saying that's racist, right? But what I am saying is, please don't tokenize your black friends. Please don't tokenize the black person that you dated. You don't have to say that I know a black person, or I dated a black person, or I played golf with a black person in order to get your point across about you not being racist. It's not a good thing. You don't have to tokenize that person. With you saying that you aren't racist, the best way that you can actually prove that you're not racist is show it through your actions. And what I will say, T, my friend, you might not be racist, but by you voting for Donald Trump, you're okay with racism, because
That's
Donald
not
Trump
true.
is racist. I'm not
How?
saying you are. Really simple. Donald Trump wouldn't rent houses to black people. Donald Trump took out a whole full-page article about the Central Park Five after they had already been exonerated. Donald Trump perpetuated the birther movement, saying that Barack Obama had to be from Kenya and not from the United States. Donald Trump recently said that Kamala Harris turned black. All of those things are racist, my friend. And let's not forget that his dad was a part of the Triple K and actually got locked up at a Triple K rally. Donald Trump is racist. I'm not saying you are, but I'll definitely say Donald Trump is.
Joe Biden was from the KKK member.
That's not true, Randy. Stop saying stuff. You don't know what's happening. Anyway,
I do.
Randy, how old are you, my friend?
I'm 23 years old and I'm voting for Trump.
Okay, yeah, I didn't ask you who you were voting for. It's clear who you were voting for, but you have an issue with impulse control. Do you know what impulse control is?
How? Yeah, where you overthink.
Nope. See, again, you don't know words. Impulse control means that you can't control yourself. You can't control yourself. I was talking to my friend T directly.
But I'm not doing anything mean. I'm just,
My friend, my mods keep muting you because you keep butting in, and then you just got dropped. Hey guys, let's not necessarily drop anybody unless we get the signal, or unless something crazy happens. Because I did want to talk to Randy. I just want him to pipe down for a second. So Randy, you can request back up, but you're gonna sit in the queue until T and I finish talking. But T, yeah, no. Again, I'm not saying that you're racist at all, but I'm telling you that voting for Trump is voting for its acceptance of racism. T, are you there, my friend?
He needs to unmute
T, are you still
himself.
there?
Did you send him an invitation?
T, no, I didn't mute him. I thought he muted. T, did you? Hold on, let me. T, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I'm sorry. There you are. You there?
No worries. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
No worries.
No, I was saying that my friend tells me the same damn thing.
Is it your black friend?
Well, yeah, I don't want to tokenize it. But there you go.
T, listen to your black friend.
Yeah,
I'm your other black friend telling you this right now too.
Right. I know. And man, and I've heard that before. I feel strongly about that because I Erica, I think it's Erica, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we crossed the wrong way. I don't want to cross somebody the wrong way. Okay? I'm not that kind of person.
There we go.
I'm not. I try to raise my kids the right way. I'd raise my grandkids the right way. I'm just not that person. My wife's sitting right next to me, laying in the bed. I'm
Tell
sitting
your
in
wife
bed.
I said hello.
She's sleeping. She's asleep.
Oh, and you're on live?
I'm on live, yeah.
Holy smokes, don't wake her up.
No, she's good. She's all good. Okay. But Erica, I'm sorry we crossed the wrong way. That's the last thing I want to do. I'm not a hateful person. That's not what I wanted. And if I offended you in any way with what I said, I certainly don't mean to. I don't know. That's all I wanted to say, and just kind of try to clear things up and move on, and y'all do your thing.
No worries. Hey, T, so I'm gonna make a request, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
We have 40-something days left until the election. I am doing these lives every night, right? Same bat time, same bat channel.
Right.
I am requesting that you give me a follow. And
I did.
Perfect. I want you to tune in and listen more, my friend. I feel like there's something here, and there's time for you to grow and learn a little bit more. And maybe your mind might change with the more that you listen, the more that you learn. Because you seem like a guy that is open to information. And so with that being said, you might hear something that might actually change your mind. So just give it a chance. That's all I'm asking.
Okay. And I wished Eric. Oh, are you still there, Erica?
There she is. Look at Erica. Guys, Erica got the ability to turn her camera on now. So yes, we just saw your face.
And I didn't have my glasses on. I couldn't see her. I know you were smiling earlier.
She's there.
But I wish you would smile before I get off this dang phone.
Hey.
Sir, I do not, boy.
Hey.
Santana.
T. Let me give you a little bit of free game, and this is for you. And you're married, so you don't really need this, but this is for you and every other male in the chat, every other man in the chat. Please stop telling women to smile. Please stop telling women to smile. They do not like that. They do not like it when we tell them to smile. I promise you.
Well, I'm just trying to make sure we're on friendly terms.
I'm just telling you, they do not like that.
Okay, Eric, I take it back. Don't.
Dom.
Yeah.
I would like to exercise my weekly kick.
It was nice. It was nice.
Let me do the honors.
Oh, I'm sorry. I already did it.
Oh, shit.
T, if you don't know, if anybody else doesn't know, as a sub, and Erica's a sub, you get what's called a weekly kick. So if I am talking to someone and you don't want to hear me or hear them talk anymore, you can exercise what's called a weekly kick, and that person cannot request back up to talk, for that day. Halo used hers last night. Erica used hers today. If you would like to get a weekly kick or access to the Discord or priority to come up and talk or any of that, go ahead and hit that sub, right? We need 4 more subs. I know we can get at least 1, right? Tap the screen. We're at 45,000 likes. We have a goal of 150,000 likes tonight. We're going to turn up. We're going to keep tapping the screen. We're going to talk. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to keep it really cutesy. We're going to keep it really demure. And we
trying.
You got it, Erica. Can we get some W's in the chat for Erica being able to turn her camera on now? Also,
I'm really trying.
Yeah.
I'm really trying because I'm only being like, I'm not cursing anybody out.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to yell at anyone. And it's only because this is your space, and I know you like to have a calm space and you like for it to be a learning environment. I keep trying to tell these people, Dom, that Santana is nice. I am not. I am not nice.
What did I say last night? I said you might hit her. So
yeah,
it's all good.
Please stop that. He was so condescending.
Yeah. No.
And then when he tried to come up here and say, "Oh, I'm not racist. I had a black girlfriend." Like, sir, be fucking for real. Like, just be fucking. You're tokenizing, all right. And then at every turn he wanted to say something out of the side of his neck to me. Like every single chance he got.
Yeah.
Whew,
Yeah.
I swear. Hi, Black Historian.
Hold on, cause you know what?
Yes.
And for everybody that's in the queue, I didn't bring anybody else in except the Black Historian. Just for a moment, that's because I have a beef with the Black Historian, and we about to have it out.
What I do?
Did you check your DM?
No, I didn't. I'm
exactly. I sent you something. Don't we're not gonna talk about it right here. I want you, whenever you get a moment, please take a look. I'm trying to figure something out.
Okay, I'll look at it as soon as I get off the panel.
How are you?
Embarrassed now.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
I'm good. How are you?
It's Friday night. I am jacked up that I do not have to wake up early in the morning. So I work off of East Coast time, even though I'm on the West Coast, and then I stay up and I do these lives. And so like I get maybe about 4 or 5 hours of sleep at the most. And I'm just excited that I don't have to wake up super early in the morning.
Good. I wanted to tell a story real quick about some man who told me to smile while I was in Walgreens.
Wait, but before you do, am I wrong? You too, am I wrong?
No, you're not. You're not wrong. You're not, because I'm in the store, right? Pissed because I have to go to Walgreens on my lunch break. And I'm mad. The guy was in front of me. He's like, "Why don't you smile?" So I set a box of feminine products on the on the conveyor belt for him to see, and he was like, "Ma'am, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it." Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I bet she won't tell another woman that.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's just again, I think and so we have yeah, we're gonna go ahead and mute you, my friend. We have a couple of men on the panel now as well, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out. I think hey, Parker is evil. I muted you, my friend, for a reason. So okay. Okay. We have a couple of men on the panel right now, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think that sometimes men lack the emotional intelligence and the emotional intelligence, and also the understanding as far as how to deal with certain women. I think that we have taken advantage of our male privilege for a long time, and so we get to a point where, we just think that, oh, why don't you just smile is okay, when it's a lot of stuff that you shouldn't say to women that is not okay, but we don't, know that. So, yeah, guys, I just threw us all under the bus, me including. Like, I had to learn that, so. Anyway, the Black Historian. Did you want to hang out? Did you have anything else you wanted to say? What would you like to do?
I can hang out for a little bit.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. We in the building. All right. So first and foremost, we got to go to Omega, because Omega is a mod and he is awesome. And that's my brother Omega. How are you this evening?
All right, bro. How you doing? How are you doing, Erica? Black Historian. Everybody in the panel. Yeah, I could tell from the get-go, Erica was not feeling it. She was not.
Erica's
I understand it. I mean, these lives are grinding, and when you start hearing the same old, whether he was genuine or not, you get tired of hearing it. It's true. Like you try to tokenize other black people because you think it makes you seem less racist. So yeah, it's a whole big old thing, and a lot of people don't understand it. It's a deep rooted issue. Like I've seen women who lay down and have kids with black men who are racist to their own children and stuff like that. So you can have people in your family and still be inherently racist. Yeah, exactly. It's a whole thing. So I understand exactly what Erica was saying. And especially if you've seen it in all these lives, it's a real thing.
Yep. No,
but
absolutely.
Everybody keep tapping that screen, please, and sharing this live.
Yep. No, I'll tell you what, I appreciate you saying that. I think that a lot of people have a misconception that your proximity to blackness makes you, I don't want to say black, but makes you an ally, right? And the one thing that I'll always say is, as someone who considers themselves an ally, right? I consider myself an ally to the LBG. I always mess it up. I'm not good at memorizing stuff, but
Yes.
the gay, trans, lesbian
LGBT.
community, to women, right? To just I consider myself an ally. The best thing that I can do is listen to them and tell me what matters to them, what
Right.
what things are important to them. And so if you are saying that I consider myself, for anyone in the chat, anyone that's listening, if you're saying I consider myself an ally to black people, as a black person, I'm telling you, you cannot consider yourself an ally if you're voting for Donald Trump, because Donald Trump does not have black people best interest in mind. And that's the truth. But Omega, thank you for bringing up that point. You hit it dead on the head. I appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I just want to piggyback off just a little bit off what you said. I think it's not only that they feel like they're ally, because I don't think that's the right word. I think they feel entitled. It makes them feel entitled when they have black people in their sphere to speak on black issues, to talk to black people a certain way. So yeah.
Yeah, I just I'll say this. I've never said that I'm not racist because I got white friends. I got plenty of white friends. That has never been a thing that's ever come out of my mouth.
Me neither. I've never heard a black person say that. Oh, I got white friends, so I can. I've never heard a black person say that. I mean, there probably has been, but I've never heard it.
Yeah.
So
no, I mean, like I have some super close white friends that I've been friends with forever, but I've never had to tokenize them to validate myself. So, but no, Omega, I appreciate you, my brother.
No problem.
All right. Guys, he mentioned something, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it out again. We're at 52,000 likes, right? Let's keep tapping that screen. We have a goal of 150,000 likes tonight. 150,000 likes. Oh, what happened? Oh, somebody just got removed. Okay.
I think somebody dropped. Oh, somebody got removed?
Yeah, no, somebody got removed. Oh, you have an echo. Hey, what you do, Marine, before I let you back up, swipe out of the app and force close it and then come back in. This host is lost. I'm not lost. I know exactly where I'm at. I'm at home. I don't know how you could say I'm lost. I'm not. I'm right here. We right here, baby. Let's go to Sean. Sean, how are you this evening?
What's up, Santana? I'm chilling, bro. How about you?
It's a good night, my friend. It's a good night.
Yeah, good. You made some super valid points. Like here lately, I've been like catching like the tail end of your live or whatever, but I've been like super busy, so I hadn't been able to stop by.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd just pull up on you tonight. Some things that stood out to me, for instance, is the fact that your title says, MAGA is officially over. I think it didn't even start. I think it was already over. The debate just sealed the fate of any hope or aspirations that a person could even dream of. If you're a real person, if you're an actual person, you're like, that is it. We are done. We are cooked completely. Also, men, we have so much misogyny to unpack. The thought of me demanding that a woman smiles more literally makes my stomach turn. It's so ridiculous.
Hold on,
I don't want to center
hold on 1
myself
second. Hey, everybody, mute up, please. If you're not on mute, please go on mute. There was an echo just now that's called. Not you, Sean. Everybody else, please go on mute because there was an echo. Sean, go ahead.
I was saying that you were talking about men asking women to smile more and things like that. Like that literally turns my stomach. I think we as men have a lot of misogyny to unpack, a lot of deconstruction after the patriarchy. Also, I don't understand how a black man could feel any need and thinking he could benefit from the patriarchy when it's like not really for us. We all know that's for cishead men. Not saying that we don't benefit, but it's not. We're not the target of the American pull yourself up by your bootstraps dream. But that's it. I don't want to center myself too much.
Okay, yeah, no. Hey, listen, I think that you just you nailed it, right? It's funny. So I'll say this. I don't know, Sean. Do you follow the public offender? You follow Pub?
Yeah. I'm a subscriber. We actually kicked it in there.
That's what I thought. I was just about to say. I thought we did. Yeah, no. Listen.
Yeah, I followed you immediately. I was like, whoa, like, bro, like, actually spitting up here. Like, yeah, I had to follow you.
No, listen, for anybody that's in my chat, if you guys don't follow the public offender, he is super dope, right? And I love the fact, so he deals with topics, and just like Sean just said, unpacking with men unpacking their misogyny, right? Because it's something that's inherent. It's something that a lot of men don't realize, like, oh, this is something. And then even more than that, it's something that other men make excuses for with other men. So he's a great follow and really great content. So, hey, thank you for that. But yeah, no, give him a follow. And Sean just hit it. Hey, Sean, when you were in there, when we were talking about the patriarchy, and you talking about you're going to open up a club called the Patriarchy?
I can't believe I missed that one. When was that, the other day?
No, yeah, that was a couple of days ago. It's hilarious. He said he's going to open up a club called the Patriarchy. Yeah, but no, listen, you hit it dead on the head, and I appreciate you stopping by, because I tried to catch you yesterday, and I don't think I got a chance to get to you, so I appreciate you.
Yeah, I ended up I was in for a second, and I hopped out, so that's probably what happened. I do remember when he was talking about having women make men pay first and last month's rent, like basically like when they meet them, like not really rent, but it's like the man first and last month when you like first start talking to a man. That way you can go ahead and just weed out the BS. And I thought that was like a terrific idea.
Yeah.
Hey, Black historian, by the way, I see you over there.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. But hey, I appreciate you stopping by.
You too, bro. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time.
Likewise. Thank you. Hey,
for sure.
Hey, Omega, I'm gonna drop you down as well. I'm gonna bring in a few more people so we can keep it rolling.
Okay, bro.
I appreciate you. Javier, is that how you say it? Javier? Javier. Look, I'm telling you, I don't English well at all. Javier, how are you this evening?
I'm doing good, brother. How about yourself, man?
I am good. It is a good evening. I can't complain. What would you like to talk about, my friend?
I was just listening to you guys' discussion, man, about racism.
Okay.
Are you guys racist?
Hey, Javier, can you turn the background noise off for me, please?
It's not me, brother.
That wasn't you?
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, I apologize. I don't know who. Oh, you're right. That wasn't you. I'm so sorry. And you just got dropped because whoever that was. I apologize, Javier. I saw the person. It was a person below you, and the person was lighting up, and then like it immediately drew my eyes, and so I apologize. Go ahead with your question.
Well, are you guys racist?
No, black people can't be racist.
Yeah, I'm black. I'm black as fuck. So no, I'm not racist.
No, the reason why I ask is because you guys use a lot of colors, right?
What do you mean?
What
do you mean by that, my friend?
Y'all say the white guy or the white this or the black that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that to me sounds very racist, right? Because if you really think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not black. You're tan. That girl on the corner, what's her name? Miss Erica?
Woman.
Or the woman? She's not black either. She's a tan. Right?
Baby, I'm dark skinned.
No, you're tan.
I'm dark skinned, trust me.
Santana's shirt is black.
Yeah. Hey, Javier, let me hold on 1 second. Let me ask you a question, and even more so, the fact that we have the black historian up on the panel is even better. Hey, who created races?
Whoever talks about it.
No, no, no,
Whoever
no, no,
talks
no, no.
about it is the one
Not
who's creating it.
racism, not racism, but I'm saying races, actual races. Who created the categories, the ideal behind races?
I don't know. I just think that people are just a lighter
Okay.
skin, some are a
Okay.
little
Cool.
darker
Cool. Cool.
skin, you
Cool.
know.
Cool.
I,
Cool.
I really
Cool.
don't
Hold on one second.
I
Hold on one
really don't
second.
care about the racists, you know, because I'm
Oh,
not a racist.
okay. No, hold tight one second. I was gonna give it to Black historian, but Erica seems like she knows this one. Erica, go ahead.
Go ahead, Erica.
Oh no, are you sure? You sure, Shay? Okay. So, no. Jesus Goldmaster, this Rara, out of Portugal, along with Henry the Navigator, they created this system of this hierarchy of race, and they did it so that they could enslave Africans. That's what they did it. They did it so that they could enslave Africans. It was a hierarchical system, and that's literally what it is. So it's made up. It's not real.
But do you realize that every color has been a slave or has been treated less than or has had war committed to them in the whole world? It's not just black people or those that call themselves black.
What is chattel? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shay.
Oh, go ahead.
This is a whole ass white man who benefits from that system of racism. Hispanic, and I don't say I'm Hispanic because Hispanic is not a race. Latino is not a race.
It's interesting because again, right?
Hold on one second, Javier. Hey, Javier, hold on one second. Hold on. The Black historian has the floor, so give her 1 second. Let her cook.
What he just did was show that he can try to colonize a whole freaking life and talk over women because of his hierarchical system that he benefits from, and he doesn't want to talk about race. People who say they don't see race or don't believe that there is race are racist as hell because they don't know what they're talking about and they don't know what racism is. You can wow all you want to.
It's wow.
Hey,
Man.
Javier, hold on 1 second. Hey, listen. So my mods muted your mic. I unmuted you. Guys, don't mute his mic. We're gonna give you an opportunity to have some impulse control. We're gonna be respectful and let each other talk. So let her finish her point before we get back into it, okay? But I apologize, Black historian. Go ahead and finish up.
That's okay for him to sit up here and say that. Give us a color after we've taken in the word black and we created a culture for being black, and tell us that, oh, you're not black, you're tan. The color of his shirt is black. We are black people. We've been calling ourselves black since before he made that. Before the Portuguese guy made that system up, but they only made it a system of racism so that, like Erica said, so they can benefit from it, so they can have a reason to enslave black people only. So when you come up here and you talk about we're talking about it, we're racist, you need to maybe go pick up a book maybe and understand why and how that poor white people couldn't even get health insurance because they didn't want black people to have it. That's racism. Now you can talk.
Thank you for the opportunity. Again, you talk like someone who cares a lot about being racist. And when you say that we're black and you're sort of saying like you're proud of being black, what you're really saying is that you're proud of being at the bottom and not wanting to get up. Because let me finish, right?
Hold on.
Because color should not be what makes you mad at the world. Color should not be what we think somebody how many hundreds of years ago made the thing black. Look, man, we're all different tans of a tan color. We're not all black, and we don't need to have a mindset that thinks that because we stay there thinking that as ourselves in a culture of black, that's okay. We should be wanting to be free to have relationships with everybody, with all kinds of tans and with all kinds of different colors of
Hold
people,
on,
right?
hold on,
We
hold
got a
on, hold
sub
on,
drop.
hold on 1
I know
second,
you
hold on 1
laugh,
second,
Santana,
hold on, no, hold on 1
but
second.
what's wrong
Seriously,
with not having
seriously,
Hey,
racism?
hold on 1 second.
And what's
Javier,
wrong with
shh.
not being?
Listen, Tatiana, is that what you want to do?
Hey, but how come you guys don't
Hold
let
on,
me finish?
Javier. Tatiana, is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Javier. Yeah. So Tatiana,
Yeah,
who is a
this man.
sub and got priority to come up because she's a sub, just use her weekly kick and get you up out the paint, my friend. You are gone. Oh, so listen, I wanted to say, so I will tell you guys this. Erica, Tatiana, Halo, I'll tell all of y'all this, right? Because I be wanting to talk to some of these people, and y'all be just running them off. Because I had some stuff to say to Javier.
Listen, I just saved that man. That Tatiana literally just saved that man from Shay cussing him smooth
Oh my God, I
the
had so
F
much to
out.
say. Look,
Like,
look, look, she
I'm
came, she
sorry.
had to
that
come on
was
camera for
sick.
I'm
that one.
sorry.
Exactly.
I'm
That
sorry.
man is sick.
So
I am
I will
sorry.
say black people can't be racist. Hey, Javier, if you're still listening, look up the patriarch. All right, understand the system, and just by black people identifying as black, that doesn't make us racist. And also, just because there are identifiers, so Javier, I unless you want to specifically identify people that are unknown by very specific characteristics, that's a general way to actually speak to it. But period. Just because we talk about this black man or this white man or this Asian man or this Hispanic man, that's not racism. Don't use words that you don't know what they mean, and stop making up your own definition. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, because what I want to add to that, Santana, is that it is perfectly okay to see color. It's perfectly okay to identify the color. It's perfectly okay to say white and black. It's okay. It really is. That's how you get to see beauty, the beauty of people, because yes, we are different, and it's okay that we are different. That's one of the things that I think YT people have an issue with, is that they don't want to they recognize the differences, but only like in the negative.
Yep.
Like only in the negative.
Yep.
And you know what? Yes, you know what, Chef TikTok, it is okay to be white. It is okay to be white. Because the problem isn't white, it's whiteness. All right? So that's what the problem is. The ideal of whiteness, what it means and what it has done, not just to the United States, but to the globe. All right? And that's all I say, because I know Santana want to talk to his panel. All right.
No. Hey, listen. Chef's kiss.
That's why
You
I
know
wanted
what?
to.
I
That's
was
why I
just
said that.
hold on. Let me put the respect on your name, Tatiana. So if you guys don't know Tatiana, she's already thoroughly introduced herself by using her subscriber kick, and she used the fast pass to get up onto the panel because she is a subscriber. Tatiana, thank you for being here this evening. How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. What would you like to talk about, my friend?
I mean, honestly, I was just excited to be here. But the thing he said that I was like, nope, you got to go, was when people start with the whole race as a construct, but then describe blackness as being the bottom of the barrel.
That was
You can't do
wild. That
both.
was a wild
You
statement.
cannot do both. You can't tell me race is not real and it's something I made up, but then say, but if you want to acknowledge that you're black, you're acknowledging that you don't then promote all the negative stereotypes and associate it with blackness. You cannot do both. And that so I am sorry that you guys did not get to roast him, but that was my trigger. I was like, no.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
listen.
mine too.
Listen, that's what you get for being a sub. I mean, I can't argue with it. I wanted to talk, but I can't push back on it. You get that type of priority, and if you want that type of priority, go ahead and sub. We need 4 more subs. So if you're feeling alive, you want to actually sub, you get access. Look at Frey just dropped the emotes, right? Hey, Frey, drop the one, drop the other one the new one. The new one, drop that one. Also, you get access to our Discord. Again, you get priority if you want to come up and talk. All this other stuff. A lot of cool things. We need 4 more subs. Also, guys, we got our daily gift goal, which is a helmet. We're driving to 150,000 likes. We're at 62,000, and we still got about an hour and 15 minutes. So, guys, let's tap the screen. Let's get up to 150,000 likes. And last but not least, we have our daily donation goal. If you want to send anything, all my pay links are in the bios. This is my Cash App information. All the information is the same. Everything is welcome. Anything is appreciated. Tatiana, thank you for coming up and spending some time with us.
Thank you for having me.
I couldn't find my bonnet fast enough.
Hey. Thank you.
I had a few questions.
Yeah, no, and I was just about to get to you because you've been super patient. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, no. Thank you for allowing me to be in your space, and I respect the Black queens that are on the panel.
Hey, I do too.
As well as yourself. And this is what I read so far from Dear Boy that dropped. I think that there is, I have to explain, I believe, coming from an ethnicity that is a mix of things. I am Portuguese French. Mm-hmm. I serve in the military. I'm 3rd generation here. And my father was a very much racist. I married a black man. I have a beautiful daughter. And I believe that my father missed the last 27 years of my marriage and my daughter's life because of racism. And this is what I'm going to explain. I buried that man and never met my daughter. Buried him 3 years ago because of COVID. I believe that there is a sentiment with some people that feel superior to black. And you have to listen to this because I have encountered that. For example, are you a babysitter? Did you marry for, no, I was born in Texas. Did you marry for a green card? I have had those sentiments thrown to me because of the color of my skin. I graduated from Crenshaw High. I don't know if y'all know where that is.
Yes, absolutely.
But if you know, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I side 1,000% to black people because a lot of Hispanic people do not understand the civil rights movement and the reason why they have those rights today. And so a lot of it is lack of education. A lot of it is a little bit of jealousy. You've seen the Kardashians. They want to have everything black women have. And so do Hispanics.
Yeah.
You know, your freedom, your skin, your beauty, your passion, your love, your rap, your music, your culture, your food, everything, name it, everything. Yeah. And so sometimes some men like Javier gets up here and tell you what to be, how to identify it as. Bitch, I will slap him so far. I'm not even mincing my words on that. Because that's the lack of maturity, lack of education, and the misogyny that he's shown very, very quickly. So I had some questions for that fool, but I honestly didn't catch him in time. And my blood boils for this when people say things like this. Because, yes, go on.
No. Hold on, Sam. Just hold tight for me for a few minutes, my friend. I want to let her finish her point.
And you know, it is upsetting because sometimes there are some people that come from other countries. And again, my grandparents are French, my grandmother is Portuguese. I'm born in Texas. I have served the U.S. military, former Marine.
Thank you for your service.
Santana, it's a job. It's a job.
Listen, it's a job that I could never do. I could never put my life on the line for someone else. So I don't care who it is. And, it's you. It could be Tim Waltz. It can be JD Vance. I will always say for anyone that ever served in the military, thank you for your service because you're putting your life on the line for me, and it's something that I know I could never do. So I apologize. Keep going.
No, gotcha, sir. So my first thing sometimes when I go into a live in which, and I do speak Portuguese and Spanish, also Italian and French, because our grandparents are that way. If you don't learn it, you don't know.
Wait, so what you're trying to say is you just like that? You just like that?
You know what? It's kind of cool though, because nobody can fool you when you go to these countries. You can just speak the language and just like fuck with the people, just speak with them, and it's pretty cool. I gotta admit it. You understand what they're saying, what they're talking to you, because sometimes there's some little smart asses out there that they look at you and they think that you don't understand them. And when you respond to them in their languages, they're like, oh, I didn't know. Excuse me. And it's like, no. See, this is where people get messed up, that you think that because you look one way, you don't speak their language.
Yep.
And so my point to this is that sometimes there are some people that have migrated to this country and they think they're better than us because we have suffered certain civil war that we have been going on in this system that we live in, and they come in and take advantage of us, and their racism shows very clearly. And sometimes these are the people that I like to educate.
Yeah, no. So let me say this, and then I know we got a whole full panel now, and I want Sam to be able to ask whatever question he had, but I want to say this. I think the biggest one of the biggest issues that we have in America is that certain brown and black people feel like that there's a disconnect between each other, right? We should be supporting each other, and we should be uplifting each other, because it's kind of like the situation that's happening in Springfield, Ohio, right? They say, oh, it's the Haitians, right? But to certain people, and I'm not going to say to all, right? I'm not going to say all because I don't believe in complete generalizations. But I think that certain people, when they see a Haitian or an Ethiopian or a Black American, all they see is a black person, right? And in that same vein, where they see someone who looks, someone that is Dominican or Cuban or black, all they see is a black person, right? And it's funny. So I was in Florida a couple of weeks ago, and I was looking for a barber, and I found a Hispanic barbershop, and I went in and get my haircut, and everyone was either Cuban or Dominican or whatever, but everybody, you would have thought that everybody in there was my cousin. Like, they look just like me. And so I say that to say, we have to be more supportive of each other, because at the end of the day, and like Mr. Jones says, the end of the day is full. It's going to have to go somewhere else. But at the end of the day, we look too similar, and the people who don't care don't care. So with that being said, one thing really quick, Erica, the Black Historian, I'm gonna let you guys run the show for a moment. I'm gonna step away just for a half a second. Sam, go ahead and ask your question.
Paxlovid is an oral treatment for adults with mild to moderate COVID-19 and a high risk factor for it becoming severe. It does not prevent COVID-19.
Sam, did you want to go ahead with your question? Sam, wow. I sent you an invite. Unmute. You got
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay,
yeah,
go right ahead.
Sorry, I didn't realize it. I think she kind of answered my question. I think.
You're kind of muffled, love.
She said that her dad never met her kids because he was offended that she was married to a black guy. Right? Did I hear that right?
That's correct. My father died 3 years ago. My daughter is 27. He never met my daughter.
Your dad's not from the States? Is he from the States?
No. He was born here, but he's direct descendant from Portugal.
Portugal. See, that's the thing. Like, I'm from Southern California, and like before this whole like Donald Trump era, I guess. I guess I seen it a lot, Because like as far as like I think there's a lot of confusion of like
Hey,
racism and
Sam,
like being yes.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Frank, I'm going to mute you. If you come
Oh,
off
I'm
of mute
sorry.
again, I'm going to drop you.
I can't mute his mic. I've been trying to mute it for the
Me
longest.
too. And it's like I can't get it.
Look, he gonna have to request back up.
There you go. All right,
Anyway,
Sam, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I just think there's a lot of like misinterpretation of like somebody being prideful of where they come from and racism. Like I feel like that gets mixed up a lot. Like if somebody's from Mexico and they come here and they have a certain pride in their country and they get into the Guatemalan and they just don't like a Guatemalan for whatever reason. Like here in the States, that would be considered racism.
no, that's
Uh,
bigotry.
but that
Exactly.
happens like a lot, you know what I mean?
But
And
so
I
let
think
me let me clarify it a little bit to you that it is when you say here in the States, right? And I chose a husband who was also in the military. My father didn't like him not just because he was marrying his daughter. He didn't like him because he was black. I'm saying that out loud and with my whole chest to
no,
tell you
no,
that my father was a
I believe
racist.
you. I heard you the first time. I get it.
Right,
But no, your father was a racist. You know that. That's your dad, obviously.
right.
But I'm saying the issues that I just said, like those kind of scenarios, they happen all the time. You know what I mean? And no one's really looking at them like that's racist. You know what I mean? The only way, like if you're in Mexico and you get into a Guatemalan and you don't like a Guatemalan, just because like no one's in Mexico sitting and be like, oh, you're racist. You know what I mean? That's like a term that's like made here in the States. And that's what I'm saying. I think it gets weaponized a lot. And especially as of recent, like I'm old enough to remember like when Donald Trump was like the man. You know what I mean? Back when you see him in ringside, when you see him in commercials, rappers rapping about him, you know what I mean? And like now I feel like that's used a lot as like smoke and mirrors to kind of like deter people's thinking. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
that's what really turns me off from the Democratic Party. To be honest, like I'm not political at all. Like I'm not voting. Not that I don't care. It's not my place. Like I'm not gonna pick any lesser of two evils. I'm not gonna pick nothing because I don't agree with. I don't like that. We're in a polarized state that we're like our two options are gonna like divide one of the country or one of the half country just over the head. You know what I mean? Like I thought we were like this land of the free and we had
Yeah.
all these
Okay. So
options.
hold
And
tight for
like, you
me
know what I
one
mean?
second, Sam. Let me say something because, you said a lot there, my friend. Um, what I do want to say is, this isn't recent. Talking about racism isn't recent. You might feel like it's recent because you're just now paying attention to it, but it's not a recent thing. It's something that I know me as a black man that was born and raised in the South, dealt with my entire life. So this isn't new. It might be something that you might not have front and center and visible all the time, but America is a land that was built off racism. Racism to America is just like apple pie, right? It's America's calling card. Literally, this country was stolen from indigenous people. This country was built on the back of black people. And then this country turned away Asian people, turned away Italian people. This country is very racist. It has been racist for years, and just because you're just now seeing it, it's not that, oh, you're just now seeing it and it's just now showing up. Donald Jimothy Trump sent up the back signal for the racists to take off their hoods and come out into the light. That's why people are having an issue with Donald Trump and that's why people are talking about racism even more. And to the point where you said Donald Trump used to be the man. Listen, when rappers would rap about it, one of my favorite rappers is Young Jeezy. He has a line where he shouts out Donald Trump and Trap or Die, right? Yeah, so his name did come up in a lot of rap songs, but that's because people didn't really know who he was, and all you knew is you thought that he was, an influential businessman. That's why YG came out with the song "Fuck Donald Trump," and he even said he thought that he was influential with the business, but now he realized he's just a weirdo. Guys, we're at 71,000 likes. Let's keep tapping the screen. We got, about an hour left, and we need to get to 150,000 likes before the end of the night. So tap, tap, tap. Sorry, go ahead, Sam.
I never said anything about the land being. I mean, trust me, I know my history. I've traveled. I'm about 7 states away from hitting one major city in this whole country. You know what I mean? Like, I've been from the civil rights, the path all the way from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I mean, I could tell you, you go up to Portland, Maine, where it ends, and you'll see how racist the country was, or is, or however you see it.
It very much is.
So what I'm saying is that, like, I don't like the smoke and mirrors. Like, we got, like, first of all, the Democratic Party has got, like, all of the elite, richest people endorsing Kamala Harris. Like,
hey, Sam, I'm gonna tell you this because I think this is the first time that I've had to say this tonight. So, kudos to everybody else. But I do have a line. I have a boundary, and my boundary is Kamala Harris' name, right? And so I want to make sure that we say her name correctly. So you can say Kamala, or you can say Harris, or you can say VP, but it's just a fair warning. Please say her name right.
I don't even know how I said it, honestly.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, and I'm not faulting you because I've even done it myself, because people have intentionally mispronounced it so many times that I'll catch myself like actually doing it, but that's not what I'm trying to do. So that's why I just wanted to go ahead and say it right now.
The Harris administration.
Boom, you got it. Keep going.
Administration got all of the richest, wealthiest people endorsing them. You know what I mean? This is another thing that bothers me. I consider myself pretty conservative, you know what I mean? And like, I grew up Catholic a lot too, you know what I mean? Well, I grew up Catholic. I'm honestly, I follow a lot of Christian. I've met some real good Christian people in my life. They've actually done for me a lot of personal deeds that, like, I'm talking my own family ain't ever done for me, you know what I mean? So I've met good people, and that's what I base it on. But for me, like, the Harris administration, I mean, I'm back with the Malcolm X days, you know what I mean? The worst person, the worst type of liberal is like those white liberals, you know what I mean? They just
you know what's funny? Because people come up and they talk about Malcolm X. Do you think that Malcolm X would support Donald Trump?
I don't think Malcolm X would support either of these.
No. My question directly to you is, do you think Malcolm X would support Donald Trump? Just yes or no.
I mean, probably not, no.
Okay, then stop trying to use Malcolm X as a shield to stand behind. Malcolm X would much rather support Kamala Harris than Donald Trump.
I'm saying, if I don't, you know as much as I do about that, let's be real.
Well, quit saying one part of that quote. Say the whole quote, because he didn't trust Republicans either.
So, yeah, okay. Anyways, so back to what I was saying. The thing about it too, like, I mean, when you're shuffling, trying to just appeal to everybody's votes, like, for me, the Harris administration, if they invaded Earth right now and they were here to exterminate us, the Harris campaign would be trying to campaign for their vote. You know what I mean? And that's real. That's just how it's all, for me, seems like a power grab. You know what I mean? Like,
Shay told you to read the whole quote. She told you to read the whole quote. That's what she said. She said, read the whole quote.
I don't have
and
it
you
right
did.
here in
You
front of me.
dismissed her. You dismissed her, and you did it rudely. See,
Did
Santana,
I
that's
do
what
it?
I'm
You know
talking
what?
about. You actually did
What are y'all
earrings.
just talking, man? You guys are so full of it. You're gonna hear anything you want to hear. That's just a real talk.
Is
You're
that
just
what
like
it
all the
is?
other lives. That's exactly what it is.
How
Y'all,
so?
you know what I mean? Like you're all being fooled. Like you know what I mean? Like you're just a pawn.
Fooled by who? Who?
Hey guys,
Who
if
muted him?
someone
Don't
muted,
mute him.
don't mute him. Hey
You can unmute
Sam, well,
Sam.
hold on. Let me send a request to come off mute. Guys, don't mute the people up here, please. Sam, you have to unmute yourself. I'm sorry about that,
Y'all
my
get
friend.
offended.
Go ahead.
Y'all get offended like just by whatever little argument I have. Like right now, you're like, you know what I mean? I'm not speaking appropriately. I'm just relaxing. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to
Yeah,
have a regular
well, so
conversation.
the reason why when I say speak appropriately is because the what you're doing is a form of microaggression, and it's a form of microaggression that has been used towards black people by not saying their name correctly for years as a sign of disrespect. And
You
so
know how
I'm
many
telling
times
you,
someone has
no,
not
hold on,
said my
Sam,
name
hold
right?
on, Sam, hold on, Sam,
I'm My
Sam.
name is Samuel, and people call me
That's
Samuel,
fine.
Sam.
My people
Like,
people mispronounce my name as well, and I don't take offense. But what I will take offense to is,
if someone
hold
says
on,
Harris's
no,
name
no,
wrong,
no. You got to let me finish. What I will take offense to is not giving this woman who has earned the respect that she deserved that respect, whether you like her or not. She is someone who has achieved the second highest office in the land. And so, at the very least, you can say her name right. That's why, if you watch my lives, I don't make fun of Donald Trump's name. The most I say is Jimothy for Jay, but that's a personal joke that's from the office that I enjoy. But I have never once on my live said any type of weird name about Donald Trump, and I could do so. That's because whether I like him or not, which I don't, he was the 45th president of the United States of America. So I give him that respect of saying his name correct. And that's why I clearly told you that's my line, that's my boundary, and I'm asking you to respect it.
and I've
So,
already have.
and
I've
no,
even
but
have I not?
you brought that point back up. You're talking about somebody being sensitive. You brought the point up, and so I dug into that actual point.
And you reiterated that you don't like someone mispronouncing their name, whatever it is. I heard you. I'm listening. I got you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that's the microaggression I'm talking about. Like man,
You
like
brought
let's
the
move
point up,
on.
and so I addressed it. You
So I
we're not gonna pussyfoot around like something. If you're gonna say it, say it with your whole chest. That's all it was. You said it. I addressed it. We're good. That's all.
So anyway, so
Yes, Shay?
sorry.
He just made
Oh,
himself. But
what
go
did I make
ahead.
myself? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead. What did I make myself?
Go ahead and speak. Finish
So
monologuing.
so anyway, so like I said, you know, it's hard for me to stand so somebody behind that is just like so obviously looking for that. You know what I mean? And you guys, you know, you guys got all this energy about her and like Harris this and Harris that. But back in 2020, she didn't even get a nomination. You know what I mean? Like this is all of a sudden. Like you guys are acting like she's been in the mix. You know what I mean? Like I don't even think most of the people who are campaigning for her right now knew who she was before she was VP. I'm from California. Like I knew who she was. You know what I mean? Like I worked myself out of the mud. I had 2 strikes under her laws that almost put me away forever. Look, God willing, luckily I was able to get those erased. You know what I mean? Like I'm very familiar with it.
Hey,
But the
yo,
thing that
Dom.
He said under her laws,
Um,
he made state
Afro
laws.
DJ asked, can she use her drop on Sam?
Who just wait? What happened?
We got a sub asking, can they use their drop on Sam?
He
Their
just
weekly
said some of the
drop.
stupidest ish.
Yeah.
so the so anyway,
He's
so
not that
like
bright.
I said,
You're gonna go.
Yeah, no. Listen, I was sitting here
Under her laws.
as he was standing on his soapbox that was about this high. I was reading over the full Malcolm X quote because Black
Same.
Historian, if he wasn't gonna acknowledge that, I was. So yeah, no, just for a thought thought experience. I'll just run through this really quick. A white liberal is the worst enemy the worst enemy of America and the worst enemy of the black man. Let me first explain what I mean by white liberal. In America, there's no such thing as Democrats and Republicans anymore. That's antiquated. In America, we have liberals and conservatives. This is what American political structure boils down to among whites. The only people who are still living in the past and think of themselves as I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican is the American Negro. We are the ones who run around bragging about party affiliation, and we're the ones who stick to the Democrat or stick to the Republic. But white people in America are divided into two groups, liberals and Republican, or rather liberals and conservatives. And when you find that white people vote in political pictures, they're not divided in terms of Democrats or Republicans. They're divided constantly as conservatives and liberals. Now it goes on to say a lot more, right? The question, and Black Historian, you might be able to answer this question for me, because I'm looking for a time frame of this quote. Do you know, like, roughly around what year?
It was 1963.
Okay. 1963.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been around the same time when the party affiliations started to switch, right? Am I
Yes.
all based with that? Okay.
You're close, yeah. It
Yeah,
started
so-
like in the mid 60s.
Okay. So, yeah. No, I think that there's a lot of meat on that bone. Again, I will say, don't, like the intelligent women on the panel said, don't just say a half a quote, say the whole thing. Malcolm X didn't trust white people, period. So,
That part.
yeah. And I'm also going to say this. Hey, T. Howard, my friend, I keep declining. You're not getting back up on the panel. Like, listen, subscribers get a weekly kick, and you were kicked, and you cannot come back. I'm sorry. Kelly, how are you this evening? You've been super patient. I'm sorry to keep you waiting for so long.
All right, I've never done this before, so
First time caller, long time listener.
yeah. Well, I just found your live tonight,
Okay.
and I'm loving it. I'm from Central Georgia. Thank God for home of John Lewis, Stacey Abrams, and Reverend Warnock. Thank God. But my problem that I'm struggling with is that I am from the negative melanin community, but I don't.
I've never heard that one in my life. Erica, have you heard that one before?
I laughed. No, I haven't. But that was funny.
Okay.
Well, I mean, but I'm one of those that I'm like, the caucasity, like what?
The caucasity.
Yes, and I'm like, I can't subscribe to that. And my problem that I'm having is that I am very opinionated, and I do not like Trump. I lost my mother to COVID, so the fact that he didn't believe that COVID was real, and all of that. But the problem I'm having now is my family is like on me because I am opinionated, like it's a surprise, like, hello, have you ever met me? I'm opinionated, and if something's not right, I'm going to bring that up, and I'm going to tell you that it's not right. And it's gotten to where it's no longer we can agree to disagree. If something's wrong, it's wrong, and this has become a morality issue, and I don't know how I can go on further dealing with them, with the hostility that I get from them. And I'm trying to figure out how to handle that. So if anybody has any like suggestions or
Yeah, I'll let Erica chime in when she comes back. I see she's a teacup right now. The one thing that I will say, so there was a gentleman up earlier that I was speaking to, and I told him, like, I think it's different when you talk about family versus talking about, just the next person, right? And the thing about family is at times you do have to use those kid gloves, right? You do have to be a little more gentle and be a little bit more appealing. Now, with that being said, you know your family better than anyone else, right? I think the biggest thing and the one thing that you can do that would benefit them the most is bring facts to their front door, right? And not only bring facts to their front door, but make them acknowledge those facts. It's not good enough to tell them something and then let them skate past it. We have to hold people accountable, not only for the facts that we have, but also the facts that they try to share that aren't true. I'll give you an example. I had a guy on last night, and he just threw out the fact that we were giving $350 billion with a B dollars a year to migrants. And not only did
that's another issue I have. My kids are half Mexican. And my family that I'm struggling with, they are all in on Trump. There is no convincing them otherwise. I could give them facts all day long and they believe what they believe, and I'm just like, how can you think that way when I have biracial cousins that are black and white? My children are half Hispanic. Like, how do you, I mean, you bring facts, but it's, I don't know, it's like one-sided.
Yeah, no. Erica, would you like to share your thoughts as far as how Kelly could, really approach her family who is deep MAGA and try to, I guess, shine a light on that. And also, real quick, guys, tap the screen. Tap the screen. We're at 79,000 likes. Let's tap the screen.
Yes. Thank you, guys. So Kelly, I agree with Santana. Bringing them the facts is really all that you can do. That's really it. You can show them, videos, reports. You can do all those things, but if I may be extremely honest for a moment, the verbiage "deep MAGA" was used.
Oh yeah,
they may be a lost cause.
They are, and it's sad because, like, okay, I don't want to trauma dump, but I that's what I do. I lost my dad, which it's his side of the family. I lost my dad 2 months before I turned 16, and so that's the only connection that I have to my dad. But they are so far deep in it, which boggles my mind because my uncle is a veteran and he's still all Trump, like, and I don't get it. I feel like it is a lost cause because I've been nice to them. I don't say anything when I'm around them at family functions, and I'm still told, oh, Kelly knows not to say that ish around us. And I'm just like, I wasn't even saying anything. I was just like, here for the birthday party, but.
Shay, did you want to say something?
Yeah, and then I'm going to drop. There's a documentary I was told about. If you ever want to talk to MAGA supporters and try to get them to change, watch The Brainwashing of My Dad. How she got her father to deprogram, because he used to be a Democrat and somehow he became a right-wing Republic. And she said that movie with the questioning and everything, you can get some MAGA supporters to most likely switch. So that's the documentary you can find for free. It's either on Netflix, Tubi, or Freevee.
Got you. Okay.
Thanks for having me up.
Black historian, I appreciate you so
Uh-huh.
much. And what are you gonna do when you hop off the live?
I'm going to go to my DMs and I'm gonna respond and let you know that I read it.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry.
I appreciate you so much. Hey, seriously, thank
Black
you for coming up.
historian, you have a new follower. I follow you and Erica.
Right,
And
listen,
thank
these
you.
ladies are so dope.
I know. Like,
I'm not gonna say that. Yeah. I almost got the live restricted with the reference. So anyway, no, thank you for hanging out tonight.
You're welcome. Bye, y'all.
Have a good one.
night. I also wanted to add in. I also volunteer at my local elementary school where it's a Title I school. I don't know if y'all know what that is. Where over the majority of our kids are below poverty level, and the majority is my babies are babies of color, and like I went to school there, and I feel more comfortable around melanin than the non-melanated people. That's just how I was raised and how I am. So, like, I care about these kids, and Trump does not, and I just can't. Makes my head hurt.
Yeah, no, I'll say this, yeah, so I'll say this, and Chad, I'm about to peel back the onion a little bit, right? I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more insight about me, right? And so, I can we get some taps, right? Can we get you guys tapping since I'm being open and I'm sharing. But so the thing about me is that I am from, again, like I'm from the South, right? And even more than that, I am from an area that is predominantly white, right? My high school was about 70 to 30. And so I was always in the minority in my high school. And then I went from a high school where it was mostly white to a college. I went to an HBCU where it was mostly black. So there was a huge dynamic shift for me. I say all that to say I've never felt uncomfortable around who I was with. And so I think the fact that being comfortable in your own skin and being around those people that make you feel accepted and make you feel comfortable is so important. And that's not only when you talk about friends, but you talk about family. You can love family, but you can also love them from a distance. I'm not telling you to separate yourself from your family, but what I am telling you is to always protect your peace. Any way, shape, or form, you must protect your peace. Hopefully, you can actually speak to your family and share these facts. And I mean, like the difference between me and like with me and my family knows that I'm gonna say what I have to say at all time. I don't really like I'm not really caring about other people's opinions like that. Like there's nothing. I'm not worried I'm gonna set someone off or whatever. Like I'm the baby, right? So I don't really have to tiptoe around a lot of people. I just kind of do whatever I want. So I tell my family how it is. But I can appreciate you and your situation and what you're in. And the one thing that I would just say, if you haven't yet, give me a follow, hang out, and maybe, you'll hear something that we talk about that will help you in your situation with your family.
Okay.
And Kelly, it's okay to protect your mental health. It's okay to protect your peace.
Protect your peace?
Yes. And that's what I've come to the conclusion, because for a long time I people please, and I can be bold. Like everybody can be bold on social media and things like that. But if you get around me and you're like being hostile towards me, I'm just gonna like cower and not say anything.
Oh.
But the more I get, it's like there's just some things that I can stay silent on, and there's some things I can't. And this is just one thing I can't stay silent on.
Yeah, no, I'll say this. Have you come across Diva Talks?
I don't think so.
Okay, so Diva Talks, I think her, actually, give me a second, because her handle is a little bit different. It's DIAVA Talks. So she does live. She does her lives during the day. But she's super dope, right? And the reason why she's super dope, she kind of talked about something similar where she was more of a people person. She tiptoed around a lot of people, but she started doing these lives. She had a conversation with a therapist. I just did, as a matter of fact, hey, this Sunday we have another episode of Brunch with My Creator, and this Sunday we'll have Will Westmoreland. He's a campaign specialist, polls, all this other stuff. Anyway, I just did a Brunch with My Creator this past Sunday with Diva Talks, and she talked about like how she came about doing what she does in this political space. But the big thing that she said that stuck out to me was her getting on live and doing these debates and having these conversations. Not only did it make her more informed, but it gave her that confidence where she started pushing back on people in her real life. So if you go to Diva's live and you see what she doesn't take from anybody, like nobody. And she said she was able to transfer that from her life to transfer that from her live to her life. So I would just say give her a follow, check it out. I promise you, putting yourself around comfortable people and strong people will help you find that strength in you, and you'll be able to push back, because people shouldn't be able to take advantage of you. Like my wonderful co-host Erica said, protect your peace at all time.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate you coming up, my friend. I appreciate you spending some time with us.
Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you. You have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Guys, we are at 82,000 likes. 82,000 likes. We were supposed to be at 150,000 by the end of the night. And I tell you what, I mathed like really, okay, so now we're at 83. All right, I'll give you that. But I mathed extremely well. That's 67,000 more likes that we need. We got to start tapping that screen. We still need 67,000 more likes. Tap the screen, share the live out. If you're enjoying the content, please give me a follow. Give Erica a follow, because Erica is super dope and she is my co-host. We have the daily gift goal, which is the football helmets. I just pinned it back up. If you want to send anything, send the football helmets. Also, Cash App is right here. If you want to donate anything, the daily gift goal is $100. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, pay links in the bio. That's also my information. And last but not least, if you guys take a look here, the subscriber goal has decreased by 1. That's because we have Afro. I don't know if Afro's still here, but Afro's is a new subscriber. Welcome to the fam. And I was wondering at first, I was like, yeah, Afro wants to use their kick. And I was like, who? And Afro immediately subscribed and said, get this guy up out of here. So, yeah. I tell you what, Erica, how we doing?
We're doing, I'm tired.
I can tell. It's all good. Listen.
The kid has his first soccer game in the morning. And they had the audacity to schedule at like 8 o'clock.
Ooh,
I'm here with you though. I'm riding to the wheels fall off.
We are locked in. We're at 85,000 likes. We are locked in. Let's keep tapping. Hey, guys. Tapping. Also, I see my mod saying this. Hey, Sunzu King 21, right? My mods don't even have to do this. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. You think it's funny? Listen, guys, please don't use all caps in the chat. The reason why we say that is because when you guys start using all caps, my eyes go to the chat because they're for mods and they're trying to get my attention. If I see all caps, it's going to take my focus away from who we're talking to and the panel and everything, and that's going to throw me off. So please don't use all caps, and if my mods have to tell you multiple times, you will get muted. Please and thank you. Paul, you've been super patient. How are you?
Pretty good. Just want to say much love from Mississippi.
Hey.
I appreciate how you always put the women first.
Oh, we respect the women here for sure, Paul.
My daughter, my wife, my mom, most important people in my life, also my son.
Hey.
But I appreciate that, and also to talk to previous panel members. One of the things that I've found effective in a very red state, as red as your cap, but I'm the blue dot in the middle. Talking about Tim Walz has helped because they've reported that he doesn't have any assets, he doesn't have any stocks and bonds. He's that politician that you can say isn't doing any insider trading, that what everybody complains about.
Mm-hmm.
And that has helped a lot. Also talking to people about Kamala and actually having a voice and a vision and some policies instead of just making random wild statements has helped. And then on top of that, the one thing that has actually gone well talking to people down here is talking about veterans. And, my dad, rest in peace, he was a Legion of Merit winner. He did 20 plus years in the Army, and he hated Trump with a passion unknown to most mortals.
Yeah.
Before he died. And that guy went hard for Obama, and he it hurt his feelings not to vote for McCain.
Mm-hmm.
But he told everybody that would listen, I'm not voting against McCain, I'm voting for a vision of the future.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing that for my kids, my grandkids. And I just cannot stand the fact that, he was pressured into Palin and everything else. And
yeah, that was a bad VP pick.
And he would have probably called both Walz and Vance a RINF.
Yeah.
If anybody knows what that means.
I don't know what that means at all.
That was a rear echelon MFer, because they weren't on the front lines.
Oh, okay, I get it.
But that was also back in the days of Vietnam, where a lot of the National Guard guys and the public relation guys didn't go where he went.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Give me, I apologize. Guys that's on the panel, give me a second. Bone, I just sent you an invite.
Hey, I gotta drop out. My dog just got away from me.
Okay, yeah, I'll speak to what you said, and if you want to come back, please come back. I appreciate you, my friend.
All right.
Bone.
What's up, man?
I fucking love you, dude. Oh my god. Guys, so I'm not gonna say what it is. But I will say this. There's some heat coming. Holy smokes, Bone. Oh my God, this is crazy.
You wasn't ready, huh?
I was not expecting this. This is insane. Holy smokes. Chat, or everybody that's watching, I know everybody's like, what happened? What happened? I'll just leave everybody in suspense. But what I will say is that I love Bones. This is my brother. He is the best. He designed this background. Also Bone. So my
What's
mom,
up?
she didn't get to watch the Black Man to Black Man live. But she watched it on YouTube, and she like called me, and I could tell my mom's a crier anyway. She's like a big softie, but she literally had tears in her eyes looking at the background because that meant so much to her. And I just told
Because
her,
of you.
no, listen, you put it together.
No, you put it together.
She was
Actually,
like,
remember, you told me exactly what you wanted. All I did was place it where you wanted, and then I added an incy bits of flavor. That's it.
Mr. Wizard, I don't know how your brain works. I'm just telling you, like, I couldn't have done it. I couldn't even make it look like, in my head, it didn't look that good. So I'm telling you, it was you.
That's what we artists are for. That's all.
Yeah, but no, I just wanted to bring you up for a second just to say, one, that is mind blowing. I know everybody's like, okay, we don't know what's happening, so they're losing attention, but I just had to bring you up just to say thank you. And I just wanted to say, guys, can we please get some W's in the chat for Bone? Please.
Just for a hint, y'all, I'm an artist, designer, animator, and all of that. So what he's going a little woohoo about is something that he will share with y'all in time. But it's something I created for him, so that he can continue to do what he's doing and have something that's like that he's proud to shine with. That's all.
Oh my God, I literally have tears in my eyes right now. This is insane. I'm sharing it with management right now.
Paul caught his dog, by the way.
Say it again.
Hi, Erica. Said Paul caught his dog, right? He said I caught my dog.
Okay.
Hello, Erica.
Oh, Bone.
Hey.
Erica's tired.
All right, man.
Bone, I appreciate you so much, my brother.
All right. Oh, by the way, let me know if you want it.
Oh, yeah, I do. I'm gonna text you. You know I do. Oh, I'm locked in.
Do your thing, man.
All right, I appreciate you. Let's see. Is it Julia?
Yep.
How are you this evening?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Thank you for being patient. What would you like to talk about? Oh, wait. Before you do, I have to say this, guys. 88,000 likes. 88,000 likes. Let's keep tapping. Tap. Let's get up to 100. Our goal is 150,000 likes. We're at 88,000. I believe in you. Let's do it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Julia.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to say I love your live. You and your mods are handling it so well. It's very pleasant to be here.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
I requested to come up when you all were talking about Malcolm X, so that was a while ago. And if you don't want to go back to it, that's fine.
No. Hey, it's your show right now. Go ahead.
I'm really disturbed by that quote, and I'll tell you, I'm a hot mess right now because I came from a family that, one side I think both sides were Dems, both my mother's and father's sides, and I didn't really become a Republican until I joined the military, and it just seemed like they were more supportive of what we were doing. And I've always been kind of middle of the road, having come from a Democratic family. So that quote from Malcolm X is disturbing because, I was born and raised in the Chicago area. I'm used to, being around all different cultures and religions and whatever, and I've moved a lot, having been in the military. I've lived all over the place. And being different from the people that are around me has never bothered me. I'm just so used to it. And the thought of just being one race sounds horrible to me. It sounds like a terrible idea. I didn't know that the Republican Party was that way. Like, I knew what the fringe was. That's always been the neo. I won't say the rest of it. It's
Schnazis,
always
neo-Schnazis.
yeah. Thank you. I don't know what to say, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. I've known that that's what was on the fringe of our party, though the Republican Party, but I didn't know how many there were. I'm so disheartened that half of our country is going that way. It's so upsetting to me.
Hold on one second. Joseph just said there's an echo. Does anyone else hear echo? Chat, does anyone else hear echo? Hey, Joseph, that might be... Come off mute real quick, Joseph.
It wasn't Joseph. I think it was Frankie. While Julia was talking, Frankie
No.
was unmuted.
Joseph just said that he heard... Joseph, you were saying you hear an echo, right? Joseph, you can come off mute, or let me send you an invite. You can come off mute.
It wasn't like an echo. It was like she was recorded and then being played back because it was like it was repeating itself.
Oh, okay. It might have been when someone came in, but do you still hear it?
No, not anymore.
Okay, all right, we're good. I apologize. Thank you, Joseph. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Julia. Go ahead.
No, it's cool. So when Trump started running way back in 2016, I understand why people voted for him then. There was a lot of anger because the middle class felt like they were being cheated, and they're not wrong. There was NAFTA, our jobs being farmed out, and so we're cheated out of our jobs. We're cheated out of wages we should be earning that have been frozen forever under the guise of a bad economy. I understand the anger and why Trump appealed to people, but at this point, we know who he is. We know what we're getting, and it's not good.
Yeah.
And Kamala is just a quality individual. And I want to be, as a person, I want to be fighting for our country, all of our people. And when I hear a quote about Malcolm X saying white libs are what, I don't know the exact quote, and I don't want to misquote him. It's so disheartening. I just want to be in the right place with all of my people. How do you do it in the right way? I'm so frustrated.
So let me say this, and I heard you. I hope you heard the additional context, right? And even more so to deep dive, right? And let's not mince words or be let's not beat around the bush. Malcolm X was not a fan of white people. Like, that's just what it is, right? Malcolm X definitely believed in separate but equal. Like, he actually did. But even more so, around the time, and that's why I asked for the date, and I was looking for the date, but in the like around the 1950s, 1960s, the Republican Party and the Democratic Party were different, and they switched. And the biggest thing was talking about the ideals of those parties, and even more so, like, the whole quote was really talking about how he felt as if we needed to, as black people, needed to get away from being aligned with just a political party, and more so think about, like, how is it going to benefit us. So I say all that to say, one, understand the contents of what's being said. Two, understand the person that said it. And also, three, understand the reason why this whole thing was brought up. It was brought up because someone wanted to weaponize a part of a quote to try to make a point, which he didn't do. He didn't know the full quote, and he didn't know the context. So what I will say to you is continue to put yourself in those right spaces, in those right places. And just like I said earlier, it doesn't matter if you call yourself an ally to black people, or if you call yourself an ally to the gay or trans community, or you call yourself an ally to the indigenous people. It doesn't matter what you call yourself an ally to. You listen to those people, and you accept what they're looking for and what they're trying to do, and then you move forward with that. That's how you make yourself an ally. You don't dictate to, like, I call myself an ally to women. And the thing that I know that more women than not say is they want bodily autonomy. So who am I to say no, they shouldn't have bodily autonomy? So that's all I'll really say about that. Don't be so despondent about the quote. Just make sure that you're putting yourself in the right place, right space, and listening to the people that you want to make sure that aren't disenfranchised.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, you're welcome here. I enjoy having you here. I saw you in the chat getting feisty with somebody. I said, go ahead. So I hope you stick around.
I am. I'm going to. I really loved your live. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Look, you guys are turning up. We're at 94,000 likes. Let's keep tapping. Tap, tap, tapping. Hey, Mr. Misunderstood. Mods, mute him for 5 minutes. Because I've invited you up multiple times. You have plenty of followers to come up and talk. Like, you are choosing to stay in the chat and, do what you're doing in the chat. So if you want to be Billy Badass down in the chat, you're not going to be able to talk anymore. Come up and have a conversation or quit your yapping. Joseph, how are you, my friend?
I'm good.
Good. What would you like to talk about?
No idea why I'm up at 1:45 in the morning.
That's you. It's only 10:44. Well, 10:45 now for me. But I'm glad you're up and you're here with us.
It's good to be here. Thank you for bringing me up.
Absolutely. What would you like to talk about, my friend?
I just want to, I'm voting Kamala. I have 2 daughters. I'm voting for their rights, and then I'm voting for everybody else's rights. Everybody on this panel, you, my coworkers. Well, some of my coworkers, because the other ones are MAGA. I'm not doing, but I'm concerned about one of my coworkers who is MAGA, who's got 2 daughters, but she doesn't know anything. She's I don't like to talk bad about her, but she's like, well, Trump's going to lower the gas price. No, he's not. He's not going to do that. That's not how it works.
That is not.
But I did point out to her, I said, you got 2 young girls who are only in middle school. Aren't you thinking about their futures? She's not. She doesn't care. But I also work, I'm thinking about everybody. I'm thinking about everybody's future when it comes to Agenda 47 and Project 2025. I'm thinking about, I come from a very diverse neighborhood where I was born and raised in New Jersey. I worked in a couple of Donald Trump's casinos. We all know what the man's like. We all know who he is. We all know what he's about. And we know how he feels about people that aren't white. And I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I don't play the team. My kids are all on board with me. They know. They're not dumb. They're all college educated. They know. And then I see a lot of these people in the chat, they're calling Kamala a communist and all that. I don't even know if you can say that word on here.
You can, but also they don't know what that word means, so it's okay.
No. But I'm thinking about everybody's future outside of my own. I'm my kids, and then everybody else. I'm a foot in the grave. I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about the future of this country and where it's going, because it's very ugly right now, and the threats that these some of his supporters are doing. I mean, I was in a live earlier this morning where somebody was like, hey, I found out, you put your whole name in your profile. I can easily find you now. Like, everybody's got to either start making themselves private or start reporting those people.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody took my profile pictures and my kids' pictures off when I was public and made them their profile pictures.
Mm-hmm.
That's some scary crap.
Yeah. No, listen, I'll say this. The internet can be a scary place. It's not only that, right? People are very bold when they feel like they're anonymous. But the awesome thing about that is they never are, right? And so for those certain people who tend to do those type of things, they often come across the right person at the right time that handles those situations. But I think even more so, just going back to your bigger point, right? The fact that you get it, right? I say this all the time, and I truly mean this. And like, voting for Kamala Harris is not voting for my own best interest. I'm voting against my best interest because Donald Trump would be really he would do a lot for my bank account and my wallet, right? I'm in a position where I can take a step back and say, uh, I could vote for the right because I know the right is going to prioritize, the people that are well off. But the thing that's more important to me, and it sounds like it's important to you, is the well-being of others. And you said that, Kamala Harris is gonna. You mentioned like your MAGA friend and all this other stuff. The thing that I've said, and I truly truly mean this, Kamala Harris is the only candidate that is gonna govern for everyone, no matter if you voted for her or not. Donald Trump has been president and has been very adamant about calling out blue states and blue states are horrible. Blue states are horrible. When you are the president of the United States, you are the president of all states, and you have to take care of the whole thing. So yeah, like Kamala Harris is going to take care of even MAGA supporters.
I mean, how many times did you see Trump when he was in his only presidency, where he said that certain states weren't going to get care? Like, he didn't want to support the wildfires going on in California. Nah, you're not going to get any aid. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
He's unfit. He's unhinged. You can see, I mean, when he speaks at his rallies, he makes absolutely no sense. And then that whole thing where he was talking about, what was he doing? He was, when he was moving his hand, he said he was calling or something. Not pivoting. He was, God, I can't remember what he said. Anyway, but the guy is like, his rhetoric is how people think he's making any sense is beyond me. And I'm not the most educated person in the world, but my God, when you hear him talking, it doesn't make any sense. And then to sit there and say he's going to have, against his political enemies, there's going to be consequences when he gets back in office. Who talks like that?
Yep. No, I agree. Listen, Joseph, I appreciate you coming up. I appreciate you being patient because I know you were up here for a while, and I appreciate you spending time with. I hope you gave me a follow because
I'm going to. I'm at 10,000. I'm following 10,000 people. I can't follow anymore, so I started eliminating people.
I was just about to say you're super dope, and you're welcome in this space at any time. So I hope you come back.
Yeah, I screenshotted it just so I can remember everybody's name because I got to go into my followers, my who I'm following, and I'm getting rid of like the people like the celebrities. What do I care if I follow them?
Yeah, they don't do anything on here anyway. So
yeah, and
that's what
I won't get rid of the friends, but I'll get rid of the people that I'm following that don't follow back.
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, and one other thing.
Hey Joe, I got a question. What part of New Jersey you're from?
Jersey.
Outside of Atlantic City.
Huh?
Outside of Atlantic City.
Oh,
I was born and raised in Atlantic City.
You're a South Jersey boy.
Yeah.
I'm a Newark, New Jersey boy. I'm from Newark, New Jersey.
I love it up there.
All right. No, you don't, because you don't come up here.
Yes, I'm up there all the time.
For what?
My last two girlfriends lived up in Newark.
Were you Portuguese?
No, they're Puerto Rican.
Are y'all wait, are you guys having a Jersey off on the live?
I don't mean to.
Well, I'm listen. I might sound Italian, but I am Puerto Rican and Dominican. My mother's Dominican, and my father's Puerto Rican and Italian. But I was born in New York.
I want to say one more thing to the host because there was something about talking about family members earlier. I'm the kind of I meet people at the snap of a finger. I'm not afraid to. I make friends every day. Mm-hmm. I don't care. I have all my family. They're all MAGA. Mm-hmm. I don't talk to any. Not my immediate family. Everybody passed away, like my mom, my dad, my brother. But all my cousins are all MAGA. I don't talk to them, and I don't care. I don't care to hear from them. They don't bother me because I meet people every day.
Hey Joe, not for that. I didn't mean to cut you off with that, but you shouldn't listen. I don't care what political view you are. If you're a decent human being, that's all that matters to me. because you can't judge people by their political views. Because at the end of the day, that's just when this whole election is over, they're still gonna be around and they're gonna be your friend.
You know,
Just remember that.
the
And
one
you gotta
thing,
keep positivity. You gotta keep positivity.
yeah,
And hope
no,
for the best.
the one thing that I will agree with Frankie is, and that's why I host this live the way that I host it, right? I invite people up who are Donald Trump supporters, and I say this all the time. I don't have an issue with Donald Trump supporters. I have an issue with Donald Trump, but not any of his supporters, because when this, like he said, when this is said and done, we have to actually heal our country. We've been doing this for way too long. Like, it's been too toxic for way too long. And so,
You're absolutely right, because this looks like a third world country election.
yeah, no, but Frankie made a good point, Joseph. But yeah, hopefully things will get better with you and your family. But I appreciate you coming up, my friend.
I have one other thing. If I'm not, it's going to be hard to remember everybody's names on this panel. So if you can all send me a follow request, I'll accept them all, and then I can go and open up my following thing so I can start following you guys.
Yeah, no, definitely.
We'll make it easier, because I'm not going to remember everybody's names, like especially Erica down there, and it's just I'm not going to remember.
Listen, Erica, and I have to apologize to Erica, because this is her first night co-hosting with me, and I feel like I've monopolized the conversation, and I promise you, Erica, we will put some grease on these wheels.
We gonna work it out.
We will. We will.
We gonna work it out.
And,
no, Joseph, I sent you a follow.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Just I'm new to this TikTok thing. My brother turned me on to this. My brother lives in Florida, and I got into a few discussions with a lot of younger guys on TikTok, and they're all so confused out there. A lot of them. Everybody needs to get educated when it comes to voting for somebody. Just make sure you vote for the right person, whether you're a MAGA or a Democrat.
Yeah, you know what?
Like I said,
the one thing I'll say is the worst thing you can be is an uninformed voter, right? Voting and not really understand or know what you're voting for. So that's a great point.
Listen, I've seen elections as far as I can remember, but when I lived in Dominican Republic, and the elections over there are brutal. It's like 3-year-olds arguing about nonsense, and this is how I feel that this presidential debate and this presidential election is being more focused now, because it seems like kids arguing on live TV can't make their point across. You know, and that's why I'm so confused. You know, I've been a Democrat all my life, and I live in the most Democratic city in New Jersey, North. I'm a Teamster, 30-year Teamster. You know, and I can't cast my vote to anybody right now, and I won't.
Wait, so you're not voting at all?
At all. I will not cast my vote, because I don't believe in anything that both parties are saying.
Okay. Well, what I will say about that, Frankie, is I don't agree with it, but I understand it, and that is your right. So I respect it. The only, and I'll say this, the only one that I don't respect is people voting third party, because that is just the dumbest sugar honey iced tea in the world right now.
So Frankie, sorry, Dom. Frankie, are you did you say you're a Teamster? I'm sorry, it's late, I'm tired. Did you say you're a Teamster?
Yes.
You are? Oh, okay. So you do know that the Biden administration, the Bush-Lewis Act, the legislation that, protects your pension for the next 30 years?
He actually, Biden bailed out failing unions that had problems with their pension, and that's the ones in Pennsylvania, a few of them in New Jersey. I'm not in the New Jersey Teamster. I'm in the New York City Teamster, because I'm a New York City Teamster, been there for a long time. And he bailed out because I'm also a shop steward. I'm a delegate. He bailed out the Teamsters that where you had delegates that were stealing money. They're failing. A lot of pension funds are literally down the toilet. And he helped out,
Okay.
not all of them, because Congress and politics stopped the rest of the bailout to the Teamsters, to other locals also, because not just the Teamsters, iron workers, the operating engineers, the United Auto Workers Union, which they're being decimated right now because most of the work of the auto workers union is leaving the country, right now, and it's hurting. It's hurting a lot of middle class people.
Yeah,
And it's sad.
that was during Trump's era. His trade
Well,
war
no,
had a lot to do with
that's been
But
going. No,
the point is here. Let me please, because I can't allow monologuing tonight because
No,
I'll
go
lose the
ahead.
point, and then we'll just lose the point. So the point is that with Biden, he was able to assist about 2 million. I ain't gonna say exactly about 2 million laborers and protected their pensions. So is it that it's because it doesn't affect you individually that it doesn't matter, and that you what is it about Kamala Harris now that you won't vote for her? What is it about her?
Her last interview with Oprah.
Interesting. Tell us about it.
That
What specifically?
it was very confusing because they asked her, a young lady and her husband got on and asked her that what could she do to make things more affordable, and she evaded the question and started talking about how her mother grew up and middle class, saved their money to buy a house, which that's every middle class person's dream, and they were able to buy their first house, at a young age, but never answered the question. And then went on and evaded that question. That right there just told me she had no clue. She has nothing to respond on that question.
You sure about that one, Frankie? Because I remember
Yeah,
that
go.
question, and I
Yeah,
remember her
that
talking
was
about price gouging and trying to
she
put
was talking
in.
about price. She was talking about price gouging, but when they asked her, what are you going to do about bringing down the price of grocery and food, immediate utensils for middle class people? And she just went on and evaded the question. It was during Oprah, and Oprah stood back and looked at her like, "What are you talking about?" Like her eyes lit up.
Yeah. So what I'll say.
You're on your computer right now. I'm look it up. Go YouTube it.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna pull up the YouTube clip right now just because I'm
And,
not even gonna lie to you, Frankie.
and
Hold on. I'm a bit of a boomer in certain areas, but I don't know how to play YouTube. Like I have YouTube up, but I don't know how to play it for everybody. I don't know if it'll play in my headset or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, long story short, I'm not gonna
I
push
trust you.
back on that too much right now because I remember it, but I'm gonna go back and watch it a little bit later for myself, and we can get back to that at a later time.
Absolutely.
But I'll accept your point in the sense of saying that you're saying that so basically she didn't answer the questions that you really had, and it made you a little more unsure.
Unsure. And not only that, the border. I come from a family of immigrants. My mother was an immigrant. My mother came here in 1965. I'm first generation born here. What's going on the border right now is atrocious. And this, my mother worked hard when she came here, and she came here, filled out her paperwork in Dominican Republic, and got herself a resident card to stay here to come and work with my grandmother. And she became a U.S. citizen after that. She speaks English. When she first came here, she didn't speak no English. And she became a teacher. She was a teacher for 45 years in Newark, New Jersey, a pre-K teacher, which is a noble job and not a job that pays a lot, but a job that, she was happy with. And to see her struggle and learn the language and put her paperwork in as a Dominican immigrant and put her paperwork there in the right way, I think is it's not right that we're offering amnesty and all this money that comes out of your tax dollars and it's going to keep coming out to our grandkids' tax dollars, and our great grandkids are going to be paying for it for years to come to what's going on right now.
Yeah. So listen, that's this is what I'll say about immigration, right?
And that's a touchy subject because that's been going on since as far as I can remember.
Hold on 1 second. For anyone that is looking to come to the United States for a better life, whether it's your family, you know, your grandmother, your mother, whoever, or for anyone that is currently making the trip through those southern countries to try to make it to the U.S. border, or from anywhere, America was built on the promise of being the land of the free, the land of milk and honey, a shining city on a hill, right? If we are going to live up to those standards, then we have to be willing to accept those people that come to this country to try to actually make a better life for themselves. And the problem that I have is when people say, oh, you have to do it the right way. With someone actually claiming asylum, there's, all you have to do is step on U.S. Soil, and also you have a year to actually claim asylum. So, that, but also too, I had a wonderful, wonderful conversation with an indigenous person, a couple of nights ago, and what it all boils down to, and she bottom lined it for me, right? Before anyone came to this land, it was all Turtle Island, right? Everything was Turtle Island, and you could walk across Turtle Island to go wherever you want. So if we're going to talk about borders, and we're going to talk about people coming into the U.S., and we're going to talk about restrictions, can we talk about how the indigenous people land was stolen? And even more so, they didn't uphold the principles or the practices that we have now. So I say all that to say, if anyone is coming to the U.S. to try to make a better life for themselves, we should make it as easy as possible to get them processed. That means more judges, so we can help with the actual border. Yes, we should give them opportunities. I'm perfectly fine with the people that are seeking asylum and being put in hotels in New York. The hotel was closed down. I'm good with that. I think it should be made as easy as possible to get into the country and be able to start your life for a better life. And yes, somebody said, too bad, do it on your own dime. Yeah, I will. I will. I don't. The thing that if this is your first time actually listening to me, I don't care about my tax dollars going to pay to help other people. Mr. Misunderstood, you are getting muted for the rest of the night. I mute him for like 5 minutes, and then I send him an invite to come up, and he waits for the 5 minutes to go away and then starts talking again. If you want to talk, you got to come up. Anyway,
thank you. Host, thank you.
Can I just point something out real quick?
I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. If you want to come back tomorrow, I will make you a priority. I apologize.
No, you don't have to do that. I just came up because Erica said, "Come on up," and I wanted to, because I'm voting for Trump.
Yeah,
and
listen, my friend. I said what I said. If you want to come back tomorrow, I'll make you a priority. And listen, you're welcome here, and I want to talk to you. I'm sorry I didn't get to you.
Well, help me. I didn't know if you was complete with Frankie or whatever the case may be.
No, it's all good. If you got to run, I understand. But thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being respectful and waiting. I'm just sorry we couldn't get to you.
Yeah, have a good day.
You as well.
Can I point something out with immigration?
Yeah, go ahead. Who's talking? Oh, on a high vibration. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to Frankie's point about his mom coming here and doing it the right way, quote unquote. So the issue is, in the last 4 to 5 decades, becoming a citizen, getting a green card, coming here the quote unquote right way takes between 4 to 12 times longer to do than it used to. So it's astronomically more difficult. We're not looking at the same metric that we did, 30, 40, 50 years ago to come here the right way. And that's the thing about the bipartisan border bill that we were trying to mitigate some of these problems with border agents, with immigration judges, with all of the means that we need to put in place in order to process people looking for refugee status, looking for immigrant status, doing it the quote unquote right way has become so difficult that a lot of people are doing it the quote unquote illegal way because it's just almost impossible to do it the right way these days unless you have a lot of money.
Yep. Hey Frankie, thank you for coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down because I know we got other people to get to, and I want to make sure that we do so. JV, you've been waiting for a while. What would you like to talk about?
Thank you. I'm new to TikTok, so
Okay.
forgive me.
No worries.
I came to TikTok because I have friends that are MAGA, and some of the things they would bring up, they're mad because I'm voting for Kamala. So I came to TikTok to see where they're getting their information from. I did follow you. You're the first page or whatever you call this forum that has the way you're doing this. I applaud you. You know the facts, you bring up the facts. You're not vitriol like some of these other pages. So I just want to thank you for that. And I'm glad I found this. I wanted your opinion because I am voting for her for a lot of different reasons. But what disturbs me is what happens after the election. I posted in this chat about Georgia. They're going to count every single vote by hand. And I just wanted, if you can check it, it's been on the news. They passed it. So what is your opinion or your on that? Like, what happens during the election for people doing something like that, counting every vote? But what do you think will happen after the election? Because that does kind of scare me with all the, animosity going on.
Yeah. Well, so I will defer for a moment to my two wonderful mods and / co-hosts at the moment, Halo and Erica. I will let them share their thoughts and opinion, and I'm gonna do my reading for a moment. Erica, Halo, one of you want to take that?
So your question, maybe.
We can barely hear you, Erica.
I'm sorry. Your question was, what do you think? What do we think is going to happen after the election?
Yeah, because if you read the thing about Georgia, Republicans, I guess, on their voter, I'm not sure the terminology, but their voter committee, they just passed it where they're going to count each vote by hand, which is going to take a long time. But because they're doing some of this kind of tactic, if she were to win, which I hope she does, and I actually am going to say she is going to win because I'm trying to make that happen. What do you think will happen afterwards? Because we had January 6th, but do you think it will be worse? Because that does kind of scare me that we're in this position to where there's so much hate and kind of these bad tactics being used.
Okay, well, to be honest with you, as a Black woman, I don't think of such things. They're gonna continue to be racist. It may be a few who do something extreme. There's a bad echo on high. So let me see. Is the echo gone? Or is it on my end?
I think that might
on your end.
you.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, I don't hear it either.
Oh, no, someone in the comments said that there's an echo. It might be their phone. I don't know. Okay.
Halo says she doesn't hear it.
Yeah. All right. So no. For me, I don't expect anything different. I lived through Obama. I saw what they did to President Obama with the effigies. I saw them all, emasculate, his wife. I saw them call him the N-word. I saw them do all of those things. So anything that the right does after November 5th on January 6th and beyond would not be surprising. I can only say I can hope that nothing happens, but if something does, it's not surprising. And I'm not going to sit back and speculate on, worst case scenarios or anything of that nature.
Okay, so I have an opinion now.
Okay, cool.
I am informed. So I went to pbs.org, and so basically what this boils down to, one, this doesn't surprise me after reading this article. It's those, so there are some board members that were added to the election board, the ones that Donald Trump basically big upped, right? They're the election deniers, and they instituted this rule, and now they're being taken to court about this. There's a court date set for October the 1st to actually get this taken a look at. The Secretary of State, basically everybody connected with Georgia said, don't do this, right? The Republican governor, the Republican Secretary of State, like everybody saying this is dumb. There's no basis to do it. There's no statute connected to it. And they don't want to do it. And even more so, Brian Kemp has been trying to get them removed from the how bad it is that Brian Kemp, the king of election interference, wants these people gone. Like, that's a whole thing. But I say all that to say, this is for paper ballots, right? There is an option to do the touch screen. This is only on the paper ballots. This is something that is going to court on October the 1st. And this is something that I think is going to be overturned. We'll see what happens, because, again, in the quote, literally, they said the Attorney General, Chris Carter, says this has no provision in state laws that allows counting of ballots by hand. He even put in a memo, it's not tethered to any statute and likely to persist kinds of impossible legislation that agencies cannot do. Anyway, long story short, it's dumb. It's expected, and I don't think it'll stand up. And even more so, I think that the thing that we have to be prepared for is misinformation, disinformation, and trying to steal the election. Donald Trump has clearly come out and already said the only way that he can lose is if they steal the election from him. That's what he's been saying for a long time, and he's trying to ramp that lie up even more. I think that whatever happens, Joseph Robinette Biden is not going to play that this year. So it's not going to be the same as how it was in 2020 when, some patriots stormed the Capitol and all of this. So yeah.
Can we call it what it was? It was an attempted insurrection. Yeah. It was an insurrection.
Yeah. It was as Jones would say, it was a coup.
It was a coup. Yeah, it was a coup. Mm-hmm.
I do want to say one thing. I feel hopeful because of so many connections I've made in TikTok, especially with women coming together from every race, standing together and really committing to going out there and voting. It still scares me, though, even with my friends. How do you even... I try to just avoid the conversation now, because a lot of the stuff they quoted, for example, someone told me that Trump has now promised to cut interest rates on credit cards to 10%. I work at a...
Presidents don't control interest rates.
I know. I was just going to say, I work at a bank, and Biden administration did cap the late fees on credit cards for, I think it was $8, but all the banks are fighting that, so it hasn't gone through. So I know that he can't, make that. I mean, he's throwing out things that just can't be done. You're not going to force banks to cap interest rates at 10%. So how do you deal with the information that where they're getting their information from, or what do you say? Do you just ignore it and just
No, you
don't
don't. You definitely don't
engage?
ignore it. Erica, Halo, one of you guys want to take this?
Yeah, no, you don't ignore it. You just continue to, you stick to the facts. Just literally, that's all that you can do is stick to the facts. That's it. Halo, are you there?
Halo, are you
Hello.
A-okay? Did you realize that you were up?
No, I am here. Sorry, I
Okay.
was doing my thing in the chat.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I wanted to talk to Frankie.
Okay. Well, he's gonna come back at some point, I'm sure. But did you want to? I know he's still listening because he was still in the chat. Did you want to pass something on, or do you want to just wait until he comes back?
I wanted to talk to him. I mean, if he's an undecided voter, I mean, I think, that's an opportunity to really, have a conversation with somebody.
Okay. Frankie, if you're still in the chat, request back up. Frankie. In the meantime, what I will say is, JV, what you do, at least in my opinion, is you continue to you proceed with facts, but two, also I like to take people through logical thought processes, right? When people say they give me information, and I disprove the information, and they say, well, my information is still right. I say, okay, let's think about it. Just for example, I had a guy last night who was very insistent on that we're spending 350 billion with a billion dollars on immigration, and so we looked it up, we couldn't find it. I showed him like, hey, that's not true, but he was still adamant about it. And so a thought process is, okay, you're saying that we're spending 350 billion dollars on immigration a year. Take a whole step back and think about how much the massive infrastructure bill, like this huge deal that that everybody's been trying to get signed, like every president has talked about an infrastructure bill, right? The infrastructure bill was about $400 billion over year, like I want to say it's over 10 to 15 years, something like that, without looking it up right offhand. But it was over like a long period. You're telling me that the same amount of money that we spent to get this massive, groundbreaking infrastructure deal passed, we're spending that same exact amount on a yearly basis on immigration? That doesn't even make sense. Like that's logically, that doesn't make sense. So I like to take them through that thought process.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I do love this forum, so I'm glad I found you.
I'm happy that you did as well.
Yeah, but thank you for hearing me out. I appreciate you.
No worries. Thank you so much. And come back. Have a good one.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Willie. Manny Beast and On High Vibrations, I'm going to come to you just a second. So Willie said that he had some great news that he wanted to share, so we're going to have him up just for a quick moment.
Yep. Listen, we have Florida now and Pennsylvania. We're up 4 in Pennsylvania. We're up 3 in Florida. We are only 5 down in Texas from 12 last week. And Florida, we're about 3 down.
Where are you seeing that at?
Well, I'm a guy, I've been here 5 weeks only. I'm from New Zealand. I actually can't vote, but I have a band of about 17 guys who draw all the polls from around the country. We take all the polls, they sit down. If you look him up, his name is Will Moreland. You can look him up. You know him?
Yeah. So he, first and foremost, awesome guy.
Oh yeah, he knows his stuff too, man.
Second, thing is he's actually going to be doing my Brunch with My Creators interview this Sunday.
Man, that's crazy.
So
What a
I,
small
you know,
world.
I was about to fact check you, but if you're saying that Will said that,
Yes, sir. We got the well, the guy. I can't think of his name. I know his actual name is Rob. He hangs with him all the time. He actually was a Trump. He's a Republican.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. They've been working on this and got all the figures up, and we just on a couple of lives earlier we announced it. So that's awesome news, man.
Yeah, no. If you guys again, chat. If you're not like I do my weekly brunch with my creators, where we take a
Yes,
look
sir.
at the actual content that these creators are doing and why they do what they do. Will is actually the guest this Sunday. He
That's
is
crazy.
super tapped in. He's a pollster. I'm trying to remember what his tagline is. I don't want to mess it up.
I can't think either.
It's
But man,
your favorite rule and polling and elections expert.
I can't think of the damn thing. I can't think of it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I've only been here 5 weeks, but I've got 10,000 already followers and friends. So we're just constantly pumping out information.
yeah, no, I will definitely say this, and I've been telling people this. I said this. There's something happening in Florida, and the first thing that ticked me off was the village. Right, that's the first
Exactly.
thing that piqued my interest, and then
Same.
after that, I was actually in Florida, and I talked to a couple of people. But the thing that again sparked my interest is the lack of MAGA signs and flags,
Yep.
and like it wasn't there. And
But you
all of
know,
that.
when you went into Florida, the Welcome to Florida sign, did you see the big sign there about Trump?
No, I didn't. I flew into Orlando.
Well, you know George Conway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he
Love
has
George
a company
Conway.
called. He has well, I'm silly question, man. That was with rhetoric. He has a company called psychopact.org.
Yep, I love Psychopath. It
Yeah,
gets
me
under
too.
Trump's skin so much.
Oh man, he is so irritated. Yeah, I donate to that on a weekly basis so that we could, we got them. I was there from when we got started. They were driving around the RNC with a couple of rented trucks that says Trump is a rapist, and what's the other one? Just round and round and round, man. Trump, when he pulled up, man, he was so irritated. You see him spitting tax. Well, man, I don't want to hold you up. I know you guys have got limited time and you got stuff sorted out, but if anyone wants to follow me and you want information, just follow me. You steal anything you want off my page. We're all for a common goal, man.
Yeah, hey, I just gave you a follow, and it looks like you're already following me. Look, you and I
Yes,
are
sir.
locked in. All you had to do was drop Will's name. If you would have dropped Will's name earlier, you would have been up here.
Well, man, it gets busy, and I know it's hard for you guys to see. I did a live once. I was off in 30 seconds. My language is pretty bad. I'm from New Zealand, so we cuss, and I don't like that orange bastard. So, you guys have a great night. You take it easy, man.
You as well.
All right, and when you see Will, tell him Willie said hey.
I will. Thank you.
But take care. Good night, guys.
Have a good evening. Yeah, no, guys. Give Willie a follow. Also, again, give the person that he was talking about. And like I said, we're gonna have our brunch with my creator this Sunday. Is Will Westmoreland, and he is like awesome. That is actually some awesome but surprising news. Erica.
Yeah, guys, we are so very close to the goal that Santana set for
And we're in
tonight.
overtime.
Yeah, and we are in overtime. Please keep tapping to 150K. We so very much appreciate your support. Tap, tap, tap. Help him reach his gift goal. If you like what you hear on the panel, gift the panel, gift the host. Let's keep the momentum going, guys. We know it's late, but hey, we're here to have great conversation, teach people a few things, and also, have fun at times.
Yep.
So tap, tap, tap. We appreciate y'all.
Yep. And what I will say is we're in overtime, right? We're in overtime.
That means it's past my bedtime.
It's past Erica's bedtime, and I just got a text message from management, and
Uh-oh.
yeah, she said that she was going to bed without me. So like I'm doing this for you. Someone says the host piece sitting down. Yeah, I do sometimes. TJE, like you said that you said the exact same comment last time. Yeah, sometimes I pee sitting down. What about it? Okay. Well, sick burn, bro.
They say that.
Anyway,
So bad.
yeah. Like I was saying, yeah, like I I'm doing this for you. Like we're strictly here. Erica and I are strictly here for you right now. So let's keep tapping, and if we can get close to 150, we got our daily live goals, which is the high bears. We'll finish talking. Manny Beast, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. What would you like to talk about, my friend?
Well, I'd like to talk about how Donald recently just basically attacked the Jewish community, basically saying that if he doesn't win, is their fault. Like, that's not okay. Like, I mean, if he doesn't win, it's obviously because he doesn't have the votes. That's simple. Pointing singularly at any group of people in terms of who is causing him to lose is not okay. Women, men, whatever ethnicities or political views or affiliation or where they came from or their parents came from, that's just simply not okay.
Yeah, no. What I'll say is the thing that we know about Donald Trump is that he is a fearmonger, right? That's what fuels his campaign, right? Hate and fear. And even you see, like, TJE, right, is a Trump supporter. And the first thing that he did once he hopped into the chat was to try to take a shot. And I think that goes to, who he is and what they stand for and how they actually act, right? And the fact of the matter is they are specifically targeting Jewish people. And they have been targeting Jewish people because Jewish people, again, they're not a monolith, but Jewish people tend to vote more Democratic than Republican. He's never gotten, I think, like last election he got a little bit more, but I want to say it was closer to the single digits. It might have been like no more than 12%, right? But he's trying to do whatever. Like he's used multiple tactics, from trying to call people a bad Jew and even trying to make them feel like they have to vote for for their country or whatever versus anything else. But like that's who Donald Trump is. That's what he does. And to call out any specific group of people, whether it's Jewish people or whether it's Haitians or whatever, like all he knows is hate and separation, and he's trying to drum up fear. So.
Yes, that does make sense. Now, in regards to people that are saying about, he's a victim because people are weaponizing the justice system against him, I mean, I just don't see it that way because he has been in court cases for a long time. And the simple fact of the matter is that just because they finally got him doesn't mean that he wasn't going to get caught, because the fact of the matter is that the justice doesn't rest just because you're a sitting president. It was already like the lawsuit had been filed in 2014, and it was coming for him one way or another.
Yeah, no, listen, when anyone says that, Donald Trump is being targeted by the justice system or that he wouldn't have had these issues if he hadn't run for president, one, he had been sued over 4,000 times before he ever came down the golden escalator. Two, you're absolutely right. If he wasn't running for president, then he would not have the federal charges or the felony charges that he has, because you can't interfere with an election by trying to cover up something, and then and falsifying documents. You can't do that if you're not running for president. And three, they love to talk about how the justice system is. I'm sorry, the DOJ is going after Donald Trump, and Joe Biden is weaponizing it. If that's the case, then is he weaponizing it against his son, Hunter Biden, as well? Because Hunter Biden has felony charges that were prosecuted under Joe Biden's DOJ as well. So what are we talking about? So Donald Trump will lie and play the role of the victim as much as he can. But the fact of the matter is, Donald Trump had legal issues way before he ever started running for president. Donald Trump has had legal issues while running for president. And after he loses this election, he will not only not have legal issues, but he will be sentenced and possibly even go to jail. So that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah, and something that I wanted to leave you to look into, because I mean, I think it's prudent to see what the options are between former President Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. We should look at it really close under the microscope, and there's actually a website called trumpfile.org that basically, has a timeline of what Donald has been doing for a long time, and it even includes what his father did, and it's kind of alarming.
That is an actual thing. If anyone on the live or in the chat hasn't seen that, definitely go check it out. The Trump Files. It is a laundry list of all of his lowlights, and he has many of them. And yes, his father has many of them as well. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Manny, and thank you for coming up and talking with us. And also, thank you for being patient. I know you had to wait for a while, so I appreciate you being up with us.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you, my friend. You have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Thank you. Guys, we are at 119,000 likes. Let's keep going. We're so close to 25,000 likes. Keep tapping. Also, the high bear is the daily goals. If you want to send a gift, you can send the high bears. And speaking of high, we're going to move on to high on a high vibration. Thank you for being patient.
Hello.
Hey, thank you for jumping in earlier and dropping a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah, no worries. So I have healthcare knowledge. I have an undergrad degree in public health. I'm studying to be a nurse practitioner, and I work in medical research in trauma and emergency medicine. So I see it all in healthcare. So I just wanted to talk about people's misconceptions about healthcare. I know there's a lot of Republican rhetoric about how it'll be more expensive, wait times, quality of care, a lot of misconceptions that are really damaging to our ability to move forward and have progress in healthcare. So the number one thing that I think a lot of people know, Republican or Democrat, maybe Republicans don't believe it, is that we're the only developed nation on the planet where people are going bankrupt and losing their whole lives, their houses, everything over medical debt. So that's a huge problem, number one. Number two, the wait time thing is absolute BS. Canada is the only country across the board that has slightly longer wait times than we do. If you look at all European nations in South America, Central America, all other developed and developing nations that have universal health care or some form of public health care, we are second to last when it comes to wait times. Costs. We spend more by 2 than the next country behind us for healthcare, and our healthcare quality and outcomes are worse than all other developing nations. Not only maternal mortality rates, but infant mortality rates. So people want to say they're pro-life. I mean, look at our infant mortality rates. They're 25 to 30% worse than other developing nations. So those are the kind of things that I think are really important for people to remember. I know people often listen to the news talking points and they don't tend to do their own research, but these things are easily verifiable and easy to research. So it's really disheartening to see arguably the richest country on earth paying twice as much for healthcare as the next country in line and still having worse healthcare outcomes than all other developed nations.
Yeah, no, listen, I think you just nailed something, but I wanna ask you a question.
Okay.
Um, why? Why is it that America pays so much for healthcare? Can you enlighten the chat
Yeah.
and the people that's listening?
So there's two reasons that I think are really obvious if you do the research. The first reason is we have insurance companies really involved, intertwined in everything we do in healthcare.
Really?
So private insurance is a huge problem. Private insurance makes it hard for us to negotiate drug prices. For price transparency is a huge thing. And price transparency and drug prices are two big things that Democrats have been fighting for. So not only are we not able to directly negotiate prices with drug companies because there's middlemen in place, there's benefit managers that are in between us and the drug companies. But there's also just the fact that we have private health insurance that lobbies really hard with our politicians to make it basically impossible for us to have price transparency. So, for example, when you go to the doctor and you don't have insurance, you pay a much lower cash price than what you would with insurance. And you don't most of the time know what they're going to charge your insurance company. So you might go for a simple procedure. They tell you this is going to be $800 out of pocket for, let's say, an MRI, but they will charge your insurance company $2,000. But you don't know that until you get the bill. And oftentimes your out of pocket costs, even with insurance, turn out to be more than what you would have paid cash out of pocket, but you can't make informed decisions because you don't have that information up front. So transparency is probably the biggest issue when it comes to cost. The second issue is we pay administration staff. Billing departments mainly is like a huge cost. We pay administration costs probably 40%, 30 to 40% of what you pay in healthcare is administrative costs, which would go down drastically if we just cut out all of the billing and anti-transparency efforts in healthcare.
Yeah. No, listen, I don't know if you know what alley oop is. I don't know if you're into basketball, but
Sports, basketball, yeah.
that's what I call an alley. I knew you were gonna nail that. One thing that you brought up, and I kind of I like to give a backhand compliment to Trump, because he did pass. I think it was a bill, but he one focus was creating transparency for like hospitals, right? He passed the bill that they had to disclose their actual costs, like you said, right? MRIs, whatever, and so you could, check the prices and decide, do I want to go here or do I want to go there? So he
Gives you the
did.
ability to shop around.
Right. He passed it, but he never enforced it. So
That's the
hospitals to
problem.
this day still are not doing that, right?
Yeah, that's the problem, is that with lobbying, especially, we get so many politicians get such big money from these private insurance companies, is that you can pass legislation all you want, but if you don't give power to the regulatory bodies to actually enforce it, it's basically just an empty promise.
Yep, absolutely. And even more so, people vote down ballot. Your politicians are taking money to vote against your own interests. So
Yeah. And I think education is a huge thing. Not to get off topic, I think it's related, but on a broad scape, if we look at education as a whole, I think we've seen a huge turn in the last couple of decades with voting, with people's beliefs, with people's trust in just the agencies that we have that are supposed to be in place to protect us and regulate things to our best interest. I think people have, not only is there corruption, I'll give people that. Of course, there's corruption in a lot of these agencies. Some of it has to do with lobbying, big money. It's just going to happen. Corruption is always going to be a thing. But I think a huge problem we've lost with education and public education being a little bit of a failing kind of across the board is that people aren't given enough education to have the critical thinking skills throughout their life, to really make informed decisions and trust in the correct sources of information. So when we have so much media coming at us, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, any social media, mainstream media, people don't know what to believe. And so based on like psychology practices, if you look at just basic psychology principles, people are going to believe the easiest thing to make sense in their mind. And if you're not highly educated, if you haven't been given those critical thinking skills, you're going to believe based on anecdotal evidence of what you see with your own eyes and based on what plays on your emotions in the mainstream media.
Yeah,
And so I think a huge thing we need to focus on in the next couple of decades, and I hope that the Democrats can really touch on this, progressives can really focus on, is the quality of public education, making higher education affordable and attainable. I think we've really lost in the last couple decades our ability to critically think, our ability to look at scientific studies, our ability to evaluate data and not be led astray so easily by things that just sound good based on emotional instincts.
Yeah, no, hey, on a high vibration, did you know that in Project 2025 they want to eliminate the Department of Education?
Yeah, and that's,
Yeah.
to me, everybody can focus on all the tax stuff and abortion and all that, but I think for me, as an educated individual, as someone that came from poverty, came from nothing, came from a family that didn't have any college graduates, I think the scariest part of Project 2025 and the GOP agenda is to get rid of the federal Department of Education.
Yeah,
I think that's a huge problem that should be more talked about and more focused on from progressives.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, did you know that when people are less educated and have shorter attention spans and less knowledgeable of issues, the best way to get a point across is to have like certain slogans like drill baby drill, or make America great again, something short, sweet, simple that people can remember.
Yeah, so if you look at, again, with psychology, the shorter, simpler messages that are repeated the most times are going to sink into people's brains the most. Even if it's easily debunked, those are the things that are going to stick with people. That's why, like, marketing companies like big companies, Pepsi, Doritos, all these big companies, they hire like clinical psychologists for their marketing campaigns because they know that those short, sweet, easy to remember jingles and messages are going to be what stick with people. And that really goes into politics. Politicians are now hiring psychologists in their campaigns to figure out how to reach the American people on such a simple, and because we don't have the same attention span that we used to have. You don't have to go, I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I'm 34, so a little before the internet, but not too far back, to the point where when we wanted to know something, we had to go look it up in like an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
That we had to actually do extensive research. We talked to librarians, we listened to our teachers. Now you can find 25 different concepts on the internet within 10 minutes, and picking what to believe, it really comes down to the cleverness of the messaging.
Yep. No, absolutely. And the last thing that I will say is that's also one of the 14 principles of fascism. So
Yes,
I'll just leave it at that.
yes.
I'll just leave it at that. Hey,
The
on a high
driving force
vibration.
behind propaganda is repeat, 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 repeat.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
Yeah.
That's
I
all
love
I'll
how
say.
millennials are so unserious. I think it's a trauma response at this point.
It
That's what I've
is.
kind of believed.
Listen, you know how
Our
many
generation-
world-ending events I've had to live through.
Yeah. And I love how like boomers will say, "Oh, you guys don't know anything about hard. You haven't been through anything." But it's like if you really objectively look at what we've been through, we are all numb and desensitized to all these traumas, and so we become a very unserious generation where we will just make remix jokes about eating dogs and cats to kind of quell the uncomfortable feelings.
I remember Y2K. I remember.
I do too.
I remember Y2K. I remember 9/11. I remember
Same.
the housing market crash.
Yeah.
I remember Columbine. Like I remember all of it. I lived
Yep.
through all of this. So
Yeah.
oh, I can laugh at my pain.
Yeah.
Anyway.
See, it's all a big trauma response, and I think it's good that we've come up with ways to kind of make lighthearted jokes about these things, but at the same time, like, we're fucking suffering. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a fact. Like, we didn't have it easy. Yeah, maybe our parents babied us a little bit more, or maybe they weren't beating us as much as the prior generation, but we definitely didn't have it easy. We still don't have it easy. I can't even. So I'm, like I said, I'm going to school to be a nurse practitioner, and I'll be making really good money when I get out of school. I make good money now, and even trying to buy a house at 34 years old seems impossible at this point.
It is a whole task. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming up, and I appreciate the wonderful conversation that you brought to the panel.
Yeah, no problem. If you ever need healthcare input, I'm here.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, have a good night.
Have a good one. Halo, Halo. You want to say anything, Halo?
I wanted to piggyback. I wanted to ask her a couple questions about.
Do you want me to bring her back up?
Halo, you
Hey,
gotta
listen,
start speaking
Halo,
up, baby.
that's what I was just about to say. Halo, you are a mod. You are a part of this team. If you ever want to say anything, all you got to do is come off mute. Like you don't have to wait like everybody else. You have a voice.
I don't like to interrupt people.
I don't care about that. You are a mod. You're here for a reason. You got the juice.
I wanted to talk to her about the ACA because.
Hey, High Vibration, are you still listening? Can you come back up? High Vibration, can you request back up? Okay, she saw it. Here she comes. Okay, do your thing.
Hi, lovely. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I really feel like the ACA is kind of really not talked about, and I really think that if anybody is listening right now, there's 80 people in here. If there's one thing you should vote for, is the ACA, because Donald Trump has had 9 years to put together a healthcare plan, and it's always what's his
He's got concepts of a plan.
Concept, yeah, there it is. Concept of the plan. But truly, he's tried to repeal it, I think, 70 times, right?
Yes.
I really think it would be a disservice to the country, and I don't think people realize that pre-existing conditions are like huge. And if you look out amongst the world, everybody pretty much has a pre-existing condition, correct?
Yes. So anything from childhood asthma to pregnancy to anything can really be considered a pre-existing condition as far as insurance companies are concerned. And there's been thousands of lawsuits of people trying to combat this before the ACA was in place, and most of them lost when it came to pre-existing conditions. That's why it was such a monumental win when Obama got that passed.
So in your view, if you were to tell somebody if you should vote for Harris, Madam Vice President, how should I say this? Like, Frankie was up here earlier and he said he was an undecided voter. And I'm sure someone he knows in his family has a pre-existing condition. I mean, that's worth voting for Harris right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge talking point for sure. I think a lot of people get stuck on the fact that they were forced to buy into something that maybe they didn't want to buy into. But I think, especially working in emergency medicine, I see uninsured people come in all the time into the emergency room for things that you don't need an emergency room for. And that was a big part of what the ACA was trying to avoid. So it's estimated in the hundreds of billions over the last, 12 years, or probably 10 years since it's gotten passed, that the ACA helped eliminate like probably $100 billion in healthcare costs just by giving people the ability for preventative care instead of coming to the emergency room for something that doesn't require an emergency room.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty big. Like I said, we're spending so much money on healthcare that we don't need to be spending. If we focus on preventative care, vaccines, childhood wellness visits, maternity wellness visits, all of that can mitigate a lot, billions of dollars in healthcare costs.
You are just a wealth of information. I followed you.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't do any of my own lives or anything like that, but I'm pretty passionate about healthcare. I see a lot of the dark side of it with patients that don't have insurance and people that wait until they're pretty much dying to see a doctor because they can't afford it. And we're still seeing that even after the ACA was passed, especially with like houseless individuals, just really low income individuals. If you're not in a state that really subsidizes things like Medicaid and they just don't have the means to get private insurance, I mean, these people are, I see diabetics on a regular basis that are waiting until their foot is about to fall off before they'll get care. And oftentimes I've seen people need amputations because they just could not afford to see a doctor when their toe started turning black, for example.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Santana.
No, hey,
Yeah.
look, I was just agreeing. This is your show right now.
I think the one thing I try to tell Trump supporters or just people that don't have a broad understanding is that a big argument, probably the biggest argument, is who's going to pay for it. And the fact of the matter is that we pay 2 to 3 times more than what we would pay if we just covered everybody by expanding things like Medicaid and Medicare.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%.
So, and then things like maternal mortality, infant mortality, preventable childhood diseases, all that stuff would drastically be reduced if we just gave people the means to go see a doctor before it's too late.
It's true. 100%.
Absolutely.
So.
Okay. Well, Halo, did you have anything else for her?
Not at this time. I really, really thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you
no
for
problem.
coming back up. We appreciate you.
Yeah, have a good night.
Thank you. You as well.
Bye.
Have a great night.
Hey, guys, we are at 128,000 likes. I know we can do 130. Let's power tap. Let's power tap to get to 130. Power tap to get to 130. Halo, you going to make me fuss at you some more. You do know this is your live too. Like, and let me say this to not only you and Erica, but if any other mods are still here, I know it's late, but like seriously, this isn't my live, this is our live. So if you guys ever want to talk about something, if you ever want to come up, if you ever want to come off mute, like it doesn't matter. I know I run my mouth a lot, but this is our live. This isn't my live. So please, like if there's anything, you guys like don't hesitate. We're in this together. Seriously.
This is a group effort.
This is a group effort.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly. Halo, I'm happy that you came up though. I just want to, Chad, I want to share this with everybody. Erica, I'm going to share this with you in real time. You got my boy T Howard crashing out in my DMs.
Are you serious?
Literally crashing out.
That's what he get. Why is he crashing out?
Oh my God! Listen,
he mad.
So you know if you're not friends with someone, you can only send them 3 messages unless they message you back or accept the messages, right? He used all 3 of his messages to send me paragraphs that I'm not gonna read. And when I tell
Can you screenshot them for me, please?
Oh, I'm gonna send them to you. I already knew I was gonna send them to you.
Okay, cool.
I'm already gonna send it to you.
I want to laugh. I really want to laugh.
He completely crashed out, and still talking about how he's not racist and like all this other stuff.
I think Erica called that one.
Oh my God! You sent Eric. I'm blaming you. You sent this guy over the edge.
That's a him problem. That got nothing to do with me.
Oh my God!
That has nothing to do with me.
Chat.
All I'm doing is existing.
Oh my God!
Living life.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I might post it in the Discord for a short amount of time. So if you are a subscriber, then you need to go ahead and hop into the Discord. Send me or Halo. I need to send you the link. Or wait, did I send you the link? Yo, you have the link. Yeah.
I don't have the link to Discord, but I'm gonna jump in.
Okay, I need to send you the link. Mo, I need to send you the link too. But yeah, if you are a subscriber, you can hit me or one of the mods up and they'll give you the link. If you're not a subscriber, You can subscribe. We need 3 more subscribers to hit our goal, and you can get access to the Discord. And you know what's funny? So apparently people like to crash out in my DMs often. Like, I laugh at this. Like, every night that I get off, it's like some people just losing their mind for some reason.
Santana, can I say something? People, I see a lot in the comments. They keep saying that, oh, you're being paid, you're being funded by Kamala, you're like blah blah blah. So I'm like, I wish.
Yeah.
I
No,
wish.
no doubt. I said that
I
at the
want somebody
beginning.
to pay these bills. Send me a check. I want somebody to pay these bills. I am tired. Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few.
Listen, I've
Pay
said
these
this a
bills.
million times. If someone wants to pay me to actually do this, because I'm doing it for free. If you want to pay me to do it, I will do that. Also, can we talk about the content creators that were being paid by Russia to spread Republican disinformation?
Nah, we can't talk about that.
Okay, so
no, we can't talk about that
until we can have that conversation. I don't want to hear that whole "you're paid" mess anymore, because literally Republican content creators are paid, and which makes sense why you think that like we are, because they are. Anywho, if you guys want to see some of these crash outs, I might post some of them in the Discord. If you subscribe, then you'll be able to see what T. Howard said, because T. Howard, I'll give you a snippet. Apparently he's talking about, this is one line. Did you know that Biden's mentor was the KKK clan, or the KKK clan wizard, and mentored Biden his whole career?
Robert Byrd.
This man is crashing out in my DMs.
Just read a book.
If you guys want to see it, hit the sub and jump in the Discord. Halo, Erica.
Yes.
You both know how much I appreciate you, right?
Yes.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Very, very much. Thank you.
Have a one. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you guys want to say anything?
Oh no, I was just gonna say thank you so very much for having me up. I think I'm gonna become a nighttime coffee drinker. But I definitely appreciate you allowing me to take up some space in your space.
No,
I appreciate you.
You know what's funny? So management, she was texting me. She was like, "Did you check with your mods and see if it was okay if you keep talking?" I was like, "I think so. They're still here." She's like, "Well, you need to be mindful of them." Like, she's fussing at me.
Thank you, management. She cares.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Does.
We appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
You picked a good one there.
Yeah.
Santana, you picked a good one.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you both, and both of you have a wonderful night.
You too. Are you dropping, or can I drop myself? Because I like doing that.
Either one. Wait. Hold on. Actually, matter of fact.
Oh Lord.
Omega.
Okay.
Omega.
Oh, no. Really?
Omega.
I don't deserve this. See, he's not listening. He's like, he can't do it. He can't bring himself to do it.
Yeah, Omega. Come on now.
I'm gonna do it.
Mo, I know you got this one now, Mo. Listen.
She can't
don't laugh,
I'm
Omega.
leaving.
You know what that means?
I'm leaving.
He's sitting there laughing in the chat. No. He talking about don't make me. No, Omega.
Yep, let's
take
do
the
it
shot
again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Have a good night. All right, guys. Hey, thank you all for being here this evening. Thank you for hanging out with me. This was a wild and trippy ride. To the chat, to the people that's still talking to themselves. Yeah, you can just keep talking to yourself. This is it. We went 4 hours. We were only supposed to do 3. We got up to 132,000 likes. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for hanging out. Again, if you are interested in the Discord, go ahead and drop a sub. You get access to a lot of different stuff, including that weekly kick. Also, you get priority. Subs get priority if they want to come up to the panel and talk. So if you're a sub, you automatically get brought up, and you get weekly kick, access to the Discord. I'm posting all of this on the YouTube channel. So all great stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for your time. I love you all. Please get some sleep. We will do this again tomorrow. And as always, peace.